MRC 1980s live.
That's us! Hello!
Oh, yes. Are you ready for the close-up? Hello, and welcome to Music Radio Creative Live. Oh, my goodness. Who's the hot lady sitting opposite me in my tracky bottoms? Who's that lady? What's your name?
I don't know. Hang on, I should have something 80s name. What was the popular name in the 80s? Let's think about this.
Let's just call you Izzy. Shall we?
No,
we'll call you Alison. Alison. How about Alison?
Alison. Okay, I could be Alison.
There is a link to Alison later on. So welcome. It's an all 80s show. I'm so excited about this. Are you, Isabella?
I'm super excited
and
about
there's
this.
just a few 80s goodies on my desk, but we'll look at them very soon. Anyway, you're very, very welcome. It's the hot 80s couple here on Music Radio Creative Live. You might even get Mr. Clive too. And Isabella.
Yay!
She's there. She's right there. She's over there.
I'm just hiding. Under...
All right, then. I'm kind of just waiting to see what's said in the chat. I just kind of want to see the reaction, really. So if you could let us know. ROFL, the Mystic Wolf. why the bandage? These are sweatbands. These are sweatbands.
He's ready for exercise.
I'm
He's
ready
to sweat it.
Let's get up and star jumps and a few burpees and let's get going. Let's get physical. Let's get physical, Isabella. Let's get physical. Physical. Oh, yeah. What are you doing, Mr. Russell? You disgusting, filthy young man. That was Mr. Clive, by the way.
Yeah, but he doesn't like the 80s, right?
He's not a fan. Do you want to hear a bit more from Mr. Clive?
Yeah, go on. What's his take on the 80s?
The show mascot, his take on the 80s. It's far better in my day when we had pipe and slippers and walk down the local shop and get some sliced bread. Now in the 80s, oh my goodness, the kids were playing video games and watching mindless TV like The Simpsons.
Yeah, There you go.
Anyway, enough of Mr. Clive. Let's not feature Mr. Clive on this show because this is 1980s. Right?
Yes.
I don't know how old Mr. Clive is, but I think he's quite old.
Yeah, I think he was probably kind of going through the peak of his fruits in the 80s, right? However you call it.
I'm still reading the comments. It's like, we're waiting for your scripts as well. We do want to produce some voiceovers and jingles, but it's so lovely to see your comments. And we prepared this, Isabella, especially for you, the viewer, so that you could enjoy this and celebrate all things 80s with us. Before we get into anything else that's going on here at MRC, how about you tell us about one of your fondest memories, Isabella, of the 1980s?
I was born quite late in the 80s. I'm the 86, so I can't really remember that much. The only thing I would say is
I'm old enough to have lived through the whole 80s.
You are indeed. So on my end, I was born in the 80s in Poland, which was then part of the USSR. So
you're Russian then? You're Russian?
No, gosh, I'm Polish. Come on.
Well, don't sound too offended. Right. Russia is a great country.
No, I'm not sounding offended. It's just I'm very Polish and I'm very proud. So, there's a difference.
Got it.
So my only memory is I kind of very vaguely remember the fact that there were some food rations going on and you had to have like little coupons, but this is like super vague. And other than that, everything kind of came a little bit late to Poland because of the USSR and the big Iron Curtain. We did get Mario and things like that, but it was more like in the 90s,
Right. So you were going through rations and here in the United Kingdom, where I'm from and where I was born, we were playing Nintendo. We were playing, like you say, Super Mario. And if you Isabella, if you keep telling us more memories of 1980s Poland while I play a 1980s track, I might hook up the Nintendo in here. And by the way, all the music we use in today's show will be available to purchase. Shall I make this announcement now? It's our brand new production library! Yay!
And guess what? It's all about the 80s!
You'd never have guessed, would you, Isabella?
No, you never would have. No,
absolutely
never guessed. No, but this is super exciting. We're very, very excited. Launched by a brand new production library, which has taken us back to the 80s, and this is absolutely lovely. But before anything else, I can see plenty of new faces today.
All right, so get rocking. Welcome them in.
Please post in if you are here for the first time. We would love to hear from you. You are probably wondering, who the heck are those two mad people, and what on earth are they about to do? So, couple of things. So, first of all, if you haven't already, you have until 1:30 the hour to post your scripts, head on over to mrc.fm/script.
Indeedly do.
It's mrc.fm/script. And you will be able to post your scripts there. You are probably also wondering what are the super chats all about. Those might be people who are just like, yeah, those guys are cool. Here is a super chat. And if that's you, yes, thank you.
We welcome you.
We welcome you. But if you would like to have your script today recorded and also produced, then super chat is the only way to have that done. Super chats are only available on YouTube. So if you are watching elsewhere, I'm really, really sorry. But it's only available there. But you can actually head on over to mrc.fm/family, and that's where the Patreon link is, and you can support the show and get sort of super chat like that as well. So so that's quite cool, right?
Yeah, I would say that's actually extremely cool, Isabella. And we've got so much to show you, including I hooked it up. I just wondered if you'd like to see this behind my head. Look at this.
Woohoo!
On my screen, Super Mario Brothers from the 80s. This is the first ever, I'm just going to move out of the way so you can see it. This here is the first ever video game I ever played in the 80s. Hang on, I just want to have a go and see how good I am. Don't laugh if I play and fail. Right, World 1-1. 1-1.
Come on,
okay, so you got to get the mushroom. I missed the Goomba. Hang on, there's the mushroom. Oh no, I knocked it the other way. Phew, because you can't go back on the original Mario, can you? And then you go on, and there's another Goomba. Woo, squashed it. 100 points. Oh, another Goomba. I'm no good at this. Please don't kill me. Right, okay. Here we go. I should remember this. I should have like a muscle memory. Yes, killed the Goomba.
Indeed.
Killed the Goomba. Got the magic flower now. I've got my fireballs. Now I'm really on fire here. Yeah, bye Goombas and bye turtle shells and everything else.
Yeah.
I can't miss that coin there. There's another flower. I don't really need that flower. I can't remember. You're supposed to jump up and back. Yeah, 1,000 points. Woo! And then I think I'm supposed to go up rather than down, aren't I? Although going down would be quite good. No, maybe that was a bad idea. Over here, sorry, I'm just going to complete World 1 because it's really, really cool. We could turn into a games channel, couldn't we? Apparently they're quite successful. Our kids are watching them all the time at the moment. Super Mario Maker.
Right? Yeah.
It's the in thing. Whoop! Oh, he hit the flagpole, but not quite on the top, Isabella. Not quite
you see,
on the top.
I do remember playing Mario. It was one of the games. It was one of the first games I ever got.
Yeah.
And I still remember the nights, the only weekends, just to clarify, the nights where I would sit down in front of. I had a little TV in my room with Mario hooked in, and I would very quietly get up when I knew everybody at home was asleep, and I would play. And of course, you didn't have back then. The save level, so you couldn't do that. So I would literally sit through pretty much all night, going from World 1-1 all the way to the last world and trying to complete it. Seriously, I do remember the nights where it was like till maybe 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, and then I would have a huge sleep in, and my mum would be like, are you okay? Are you feeling all right, honey?
You were totally, completely and utterly addicted to Super Mario, as most of us were in the 80s, right?
100%.
Most of us certainly were. So welcome along. I want to show other things, like, for instance, these. Who remembers these little creatures? You got one you can show? Hold it by your face, otherwise it will be all blurry. But which? Oh, you've got one with purple hair. Now, can anyone name what these are? Who's old enough to know? Because they look totally different now. Obviously, there's been a movie made about them, but I remember when I was a kid, they looked like that, and I was really proud. I owned one with rainbow hair. They were bigger, weren't they?
A little bit bigger, yeah.
We got these off Amazon,
Yeah, they're cheap, and not the best quality. But
not
I do remember,
original.
I really loved them. They were awesome.
They were so cool. So those are the original 1980s Trolls. Tamagotchi, that was from the 90s, wasn't it? I think we've got to be careful with our 80s and our 90s merging together. But yeah, we got some 80s music coming up, by the way, in about 20 minutes. Our licked track of the week, and something else. Yes, Trolls, absolutely well done. Paul Dixon, Orlan, Nick Carter, fantastic. Many of you remember this. Do you like the mullet, by the way? I'll talk about the significance of the mullet in a moment. But I just want to mention, we're playing 80s music, and you might be wondering, where can I get these awesome 1980s beds? To groove along on my radio show, on my radio station, on my podcast, or maybe you're a DJ and you do an 80s night. It's all the fashion, isn't it? Along the high street, or in your local downtown area, then if you'd like a 1980s production library, are we going to announce it now or later on?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Isabella,
absolutely.
what's the news? How can you get this music? And also, well, let's give a little sample of, I could give a sample of some stages like this.
Yeah.
This is cool. Yeah. This is super awesome. Okay. Or I could actually just play the 80s demo. How about I just play the demo?
Oh, you can play the demo, yeah.
It's got your voice on it,
It's got my
Isabella.
voice on it.
Music Radio Creative Production Library Volume 11. 80s Retro. Includes 20 retro impacts.
Oh, yeah.
Taking you back in time with 10 loops. And 20 music beds like this. Reviving
It's
the
good stuff.
80s with 20 80s breakers like this. 20 whooshes. And 20 stages. Travel back to the 80s with our production elements. Order online now at musicradiocreative.com.
Okay, it's great. I'm sold. How do I get that 1980s production library from Music Radio Creative, Isabella?
Head on over to mrc.fm/retro. It's mrc.
Well, that's easy.
.fm/retro. It's there now, and we have put it on a special price. At the moment, it's only £79.50, which is, how much is that in dollars?
It's around about $100, I think.
Yeah, it's just around
Somewhere around that mark.
Yeah, it's literally just $100.
And did you say that's?
Yeah.
Did you say that's half price at the moment?
It is half price. Yes, it's half price. So
Okay, that's amazing. And for may I ask for how long?
we are going to keep it on a special price. Well, let's do the special launch price we will keep on until the end of the weekend. So if you want to grab it at that specific price, it is until the end of the weekend only. So you've got a couple of days to do this, and then after that, it's going to go up. So yeah, it's the special
Launch price. Isabella, can you wave your hands, please, at the camera? Yeah, because like we're missing out and we're not seeing enough of those really cool, funky 80s hands.
By the way, my hair is starting to get really itchy. It's not because we have very
Me
poor
too.
hygiene here, just so you know.
We're really suffering here for your pleasure.
We are suffering for your pleasure indeed. So
Yeah, so just to wrap on that, 1980s production library available now from Music Radio Creative. If you want to get really cool, really retro, maybe doing an 80s radio show, 80s themed podcast, whatever it is, maybe you've got a YouTube channel and you're doing something about the 80s, this could be really helpful to you. Also, we're going to be talking about like our 80s memories, and I wanted to bring this little folk in now. I wonder if anyone can tell me, just looking at the back of that, just looking at the back of this right now, without me showing you the front, what is that? What am I about to show you? Let's see if anyone gets it right. Should we see if anyone gets it right, Isabella? What is that? It's like a yellow sort of circular thing just at the edge of my desk.
What is that?
Who can guess what that little thing from the 80s could be? Let's wait and see.
It's a good teaser. I like that.
And by the way, while we're waiting for people to guess what it might be, how can you actually get a voiceover recorded or a jingle produced on this show, Isabella?
Right, simply head on over to mrc.fm/script. That's as simple as that. You can submit your scripts that we will record absolutely for free at the end of the show. If you would like to have your script not just recorded, but also produced with awesome 80s retro elements, Super Chat is the way. So make sure to post your Super Chat. This is only available on YouTube if you're watching us there. So you can have your scripts recorded, produced. You've got another 16 minutes to post your scripts. We keep the scripts opened for that long. Mike, I think this calls for a new jingle. What do you think?
It certainly does. Before we do, let's wrap this up because Paul Dixon guessed it's a space hopper. Is it a TV? Is it a computer? Is it a space TV? A smiley face? Many of you guessed Pac-Man, but Paul Dixon was spot on. And here's the little fella. And look, it's got a remote control. Oh, wow. Hang on. Can I get that close to the microphone so it can this is really, really cool.
That is awesome.
Hang on. Let's there we go.
I really love it.
Oh, hang on. I can play sound effects with a remote control, a Pac-Man remote control. And hang on. Where's the sound coming out of? Down there, isn't it? There we go. Can you hear that? Let's get the iconic Pac-Man intro theme.
That's cool.
So that's what I'm going to be playing after this show, Isabella. Pac-Man. Now,
Nice.
Pac-Man can sit on my desk just here, facing the camera somehow like that. And actually, I'm hoping Pac-Man will become a permanent part of the set over here behind me.
Oh, nice.
Pac-Man will make an appearance because it's a new thing. And
Yeah.
it's just all 80s, isn't it?
Yeah, I do I do remember playing Pac-Man, of course.
Yes, and of course, I wanted to show something else. I've had this for a long time, but just over here is my Super Mario question mark block, which I can click on and off.
Go bing. There you go.
Probably
Nice.
can't hear that, but it makes the Mario do-ding, do-ding kind of thing.
Yeah.
And by the way, I did want to say, if you want to be as crazy as us and grab some trolls or the Pac-Man light or the Mario light or a Nintendo
Or a
Mini
wig,
or a wig or anything.
accessories of any kind.
We've actually set up a mini Amazon shop, and it does actually give us a small affiliate commission, as Amazon are kind enough to do for their affiliates. So if there's anything you see that catches your eye here, anything, I want that, go to mrc.fm/1980, mrc.fm/1980. It'll take you to a mini shop page, which I've set up. It's got my face on it. I know, sorry, it should have Isabella's, really. It's far more pretty to look at. But anyway, it's the Mike Russell shop, and I've put some audio essentials in there, but haven't updated it for a while. But there is a 1980s section now, and everything that we've got on this show is in that store. So if you get inspired, you can go and grab something, and also you'll help us out as well with a little bit of Amazon commission, which is nice, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, every little helps, as they say.
It certainly does.
Every little helps.
Yeah. So what else is happening,
jingle,
Isabella?
New jingle. Hello, we need a jingle.
Oh, okay.
You
Cool.
remember what jingle I talk about?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. We've got a new jingle.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
Now I didn't. Well, maybe we could talk about this. So the whole look here is quite inspired by one of my favorite 80s and 90s DJs, and his name is Pat Sharp. Like, I was inspired by this guy growing up. I used to listen to him on Capital FM London. Thought he was the bee's knees. Still think he's the bee's knees. And he always had a little bit of reverb on his voice, like this. From the top of the tower, it's 95.8 Capital FM with music power. That was Pat Sharp. He's amazing, because people are commenting on the mullet quite a lot, saying, what's that all about? So anyone remember Pat Sharp? You have to be from the UK probably to know who Pat Sharp is. But if anyone remembers Pat Sharp, please raise your hand in the chat and say, I remember Pat Sharp. Obviously he's still around, but like, he was huge on the radio in the 80s and 90s. Really, actually, a man indirectly who was responsible for me getting into this whole crazy industry and career. Used to listen to him, loved the jingles, loved everything he did. And so we thought, like, Pat Sharp had a jingle. I don't want to play his jingle, but we got so inspired. We were like, could we make a jingle that was based on the Pat Sharp jingle from the 80s and 90s on Capitol, which went, wow, Pat Sharp's got all the hits, yeah? And we thought, could we do that? And was it possible, Isabella?
It certainly was.
All right. I remember Pat, says Paul. So Paul must be from the UK. And Daniel, yes, Funhouse, of course. The TV show I always wanted to be on. It just looked so good going inside that house with a ball crawl and the little mashers on the way in that squash you around.
Bless you.
Nick Carter remembers Pat-Man. So based on his jingle, Pat Sharp's got all the hits. We made our own kind of take on it for MRC Live.
Yay.
Are you ready to hear it, Isabella?
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, let's do
go.
it. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Here's the jingle. I quite like that little thing. So it's quite cool. Vox Junction is saying, Pat Sharp, only guy who could carry the mantle off and not look like a Wally. Great jock as well. He really was a fantastic jock. Casey Kasem, Robert's obviously American, fantastic legendary American DJ there. If you've not heard Pat Sharp before and you're watching this from other parts of the world, as I know many of you do, in fact, more people watch this stream from outside the UK than inside the UK, funnily enough, particularly in the US. So I always am very conscious when we talk about something UK-centric of explaining it as well as we can. But the best thing, actually, I could recommend you to do after this live stream is go off and search for Pat Sharp Aircheck. Pat Sharp Aircheck. If you search for that in Google or wherever, you'll probably find some of his old shows from the 80s and 90s on Capitol. And He was cool, and you hear all his segues, and he used to play like 10 jingles in a row. Really is the man indirectly who got me into jingles and things like that. So
that is
big,
really,
big
really cool.
hat tip there to Pat Sharp.
Nice. So, guys, you've got 10 minutes left. If you would like to submit a script for us to record, simply head on over to mrc.fm/script. Please make sure to only submit your script once because, well, obviously we're here for as many of you as possible. So by submitting it multiple times or submitting it, different scripts, it just kind of delays things for everybody else. So please make sure to submit your script just once. If you would like to have your script not just recorded, but also produced with awesome 80s retro style sound effects and music.
And music like this.
Yep, then...
Yeah, keep going.
Then simply head on over to YouTube and submit a super chat. Now, all the jingles will be available after the show at mrc.fm/FJF. So we upload everything we do after the show has finished. It's available to you at a specific link, which we will share multiple times towards the end of the show anyway as well. It's mrc.fm/FJF. So don't worry. We will do it in kind of two parts. So first of all, we're going to record all the super chats. So that will be at around hour, 9 minutes from now. Once that's recorded, the second part of the show is Mike doing awesome production. You can learn a ton from that part of the show. He's going to be the ninja. What's the equivalent of a ninja for 80s? Come on, give me something.
I don't know. Maybe I could be a sensei.
Turtle ninja.
I'll be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Do you think we're like, obviously,
That's it.
we've got a licensed track coming up in a minute, thanks to Lit.
Yeah.
But do you think we'd get in awful trouble if I played a bit of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
No, yeah, don't. No, don't. It's not worth risk. It's not worth risk.
I really want to play.
Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it.
They're from the 90s, though, aren't they, anyway?
Well, it's still retro, right? It's kind of retro for that purpose.
No, but we're doing 80s.
We're doing 80s, yeah. We're going 80s.
Right,
but so Mike is going to be the ninja, and he's going to show you all the tips and tricks on how to do audio production. And then after that's finished, we are going to record everything else. So don't worry if you are not going to hear us recording your script at the very start. It's going to be recorded at the very end.
Yes.
Again, it's mrc.fm/script. That's where you need to submit your scripts. You've got another 8 minutes to do so.
Indeedy. And funnily enough, Dave Watts is watching on Facebook at the moment. He says, I saw Pat Sharp on Saturday evening at Jersey Airport.
Nice.
I'm kind of hoping that he managed to get home okay, because didn't the main provider for Jersey and many other UK airports just recently announced they'd gone into administration?
I know. It was a little bit of a blow for us included, as we had 3 flights booked with that airline.
Yes,
so
that's right.
Like, what do we do?
Yeah, we're based on the Isle of Wight. It's Fly B. Fly B went into administration yesterday, I think.
Yes.
And as we do this live stream now.
Absolutely.
And we had three
mention...
flights booked from Southampton Airport, so we had to rebook all those flights, which was nice.
We did, and it's not, for Southampton Airport, which is our closest airport, this was quite a big blow, because something like 95% of flights going out of that airport
from Flybe,
were from Flybe.
Yeah.
So we don't know what the future of our closest airport is going to be, and we certainly hope this is going to be resolved. But the world seemed to have turned upside down recently. What do you think is Mr. Clive's take on the whole coronavirus thing? He's got to have an opinion on this, right?
Well, I went down to my local supermarket. I made sure to stock up on Corona beer, and I also went into Our Price, even though they don't exist anymore, and I got The Rhythm of the Night by Corona just to make sure I'm covered. Yes, but Mr. Clive, don't you realise, Mr. Clive, the Corona, The Rhythm of the Night is actually from the 90s. Oh. Anyway. Never mind.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, we can forgive Mr. Clive. He's kind of, he's Mr. Clive. He gets a lot gets kind of waived because it's Mr. Clive. So
yes,
yeah,
indeed.
But so Daniel is asking, have you ever been to Energyland theme park in Poland? No, and I don't even know where it is, but we ought to. Yeah, wow. Energyland
sounds good.
Theme park in Poland. I'm totally bookmarking that. Now there are a couple of other announcements to be made. I am just opening things up.
Okay.
And I think, Mike, you will be the person who's probably going to be better at reading it.
Yes, I will read it. And also, I just wanted to let you know, in 5 5 minutes, thanks to the wonderful Licked, who are helping us as content creators, YouTube creators, online video producers to use and license commercial music, that's chart songs, pop songs, to use on our videos, on our social media, on our live shows like this one. We're going to be playing a Licked track of the week in a moment. It's one I picked out. It's from the 80s. They have a fantastic catalogue. It's growing. It's still kind of, I would describe it as modest at the moment, but it's got some really, really good highlights in there. And the only way that we as creators can help that library to grow is by supporting Licked. And I'll tell you how you can do that in 5 minutes. But Isabella, what did you have for me there?
So there are a couple of things. So first of all, a huge thank you to Tim Harris, who's the head of computer science at St. John's College in Southsea.
Yes.
He popped into our office with a little goodie bag, with a couple of little things for us to say thank you for the free jingles we've done for Tom Russell, who has been watching the show. He's one of the students there, and they are opening a radio station on the campus, which is really, really cool. So thank you so much. It's very generous of you. And we love there is little Teddy. I don't know why we didn't bring it to the office.
I know. We just simply didn't, but maybe we can go and grab it and bring it in later.
We can grab it in a minute.
Yeah.
So thank you
We're
so
really
much
grateful.
to both Tim and to Tom for being so very generous. Also, another piece of news, so to speak. Well, not news as such, but I would love to welcome our new Patreon.
Yes.
Who has sent us a very, very lovely message. Shout out to Richard Friedman, who sent a message and says, "You guys are the best and appear to be having so much fun on the Friday show. Your products help make my podcast a breath of fresh earth. Fun to record, and my listeners enjoy all the sound effects. Keep it rolling." So thank you so much for supporting us, Richard. It's really, really kind of you. And if you would like to support us on Patreon, simply head on over to mrc.fm/family. You can buy us a cup of tea every month if you like, for a simple $5 donation. But you can also, there are lots of other cool benefits that you can explore in there. So have a little look. It's mrc.fm/.
Here it is on the screen. This is the Patreon. You can just, $5 a month if you want to buy us a cup of tea or coffee. There are other plans. There's also a hidden plan. You have to click show more, and that includes consulting with yours truly on how to have a really hip retro 80s look and also create good audio as well as Bella.
Absolutely.
So do go over there if you're liking what we're doing and you kind of want to support us every month. That's a great way that you can do it.
Yeah, and also another shout out. Can I do it one more?
Yeah, of course.
This is absolutely awesome, and I love the creativity. I am going to post a link to the whole poem. Shout out to one of our regular viewers, Nick Carter, who has written a music radio creative poem, and it's all about Free Jingle Friday. So I've just posted the link in the chat in the scripts. No, not in the scripts. What am I talking about? In the comments box, sorry.
Oh, so you have to his website, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mike, do you want to have a go at
just
reading?
clicking the link
You could
now.
do it in Mr. Clive's voice. I don't know.
No, it'll really hurt my vocal cords. So I can only...
Will it?
Mr. Clive can only be willed out every so often. Mr. Clive, by the way, for those of you who are new, he's essentially the official mascot of the show. He's a bit old in the tooth, and he has views that we certainly don't necessarily support here at Music Radio Creative.
No, he's controversial.
But we came along, Mr. Clive, because our hashtag is #MRC, which is Music Radio Creative, live. #MRC Live, which of course, when you look at it on Twitter, looks like #Mr. Clive. Right? Yeah. So that's how it all came about. But anyway, I've got this poem on the screen. I've just loaded up Nick's website. Nick, this is really, really awesome. I'm going to put that up on the screen. For some reason it's not showing what it should be. I don't know why.
So I will read it out. So hang on.
No, it's all right. I've got the thing. It's just I'm a bit concerned because I think I've got to stop and start my NDI from my screen because otherwise you're not going to get any screen share from me in the future when we go live. No, it's...
all right, so you sort it out. Hang on, let me read it because we are wasting precious time, Mike.
Okay, all right.
So it goes on like this. I will read some of it and then you can read the rest yourself at the link I've posted. So it goes on like that. Every week on Friday, it starts exactly at 1. There is a show broadcast on YouTube with plenty of frolics and fun. Won't you come and join me so that you can see the brilliant things that they can do at the amazing MRC? It's hosted by Mike and Isabella too. Together, they show all the things you could do. Producing your jingles and voiceovers right there. It's just so clever what these two do on air. They voice your scripts and give you them for free, and so Mike will produce. It's amazing to see. Visit their website and you will see what I mean. Amazing productions from all of the team. And it goes on. This is just a half I read. It goes on a little bit further. It's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Nick. It's it's really, truly awesome. I don't think anybody has ever written a poem for me or anything I do. What about you, Mike? Did you ever?
No, I can't say that has ever
really
happened.
Awesome, right?
And that's insanely awesome, and we're really, really grateful for that. So
so I hope Nick is watching. I've seen him earlier in the chat, so I hope he's still watching, so that he knows we've given him a good shout out. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think it's that time now. It is exactly pretty much coming up to 1:30 the hour, and I really wanted to make sure that we do play our licked track of the week, and indeed we actually tell you why we're playing our licked track of the week, right, Isabella?
Yes, absolutely. Mikey, you go ahead. Whilst I'm checking, there is a couple of questions about the super chat, so I'm just going to have a quick look.
Okay, cool. So, licked, if you've not come across them before, do head over to mrc.fm/licked. And I'll tell you why. These guys are doing amazing things for us as online creators. So if you happen to have anything like a live streaming online radio show that goes out via YouTube, or you have something like it could be anything, a channel that wants to play music, you want to create a vlog with music in, you want to I'm lost for words at the moment, Isabella. It's like my mind is having a blank. You have social media, you want to do an Instagram story, you want to do a Facebook post, and you want to use commercial music, that's chart music, pop music. They're helping us to license with one click, with literally one click. In fact, rather than describing, I'll actually show you a little bit about how Licked works. Although saying that, I've got a problem with my screen share at the moment. I've noticed when I'm sharing my screen, it's not sharing properly.
No, that's all right. But I think it's worth to add that it's just a fantastic concept. It's very early in its life, so to speak.
Yes.
And it's so important that creators like us support it, so that bigger and more choice of music comes on board and enables us simple creators to use really, really awesome commercial tracks on our creations. So if you haven't already, head on over to mrc.fm/licked. The first track is absolutely free for you to license. It's on us. Head on over to mrc.fm/licked. And on that note, all the script submissions are now closed. So if you haven't already, the next opportunity will be next week. So no more scripts, please. And
no more.
We are going to play you our track of the week now.
Yes. Do you want me to do my best 1980s DJ introduction thingy style thing?
Do it.
Okay.
Go, do it.
Here we go. Licked track of the week is playing now. It's from...
no, that's not the one.
Let me cue it up. Hang on. Let's scrub through. And there we go. We're at the start now. Okay. And the licked track of the week is Alison Moyet. Yes. From Billericay, Essex. It was huge in the 1980s. This is Week in the Presence of Beauty. And we're allowed to play this on our show because the track is licensed by Licked. Get your free track now at mrc.fm/licked. And now, take it away, Alison. I did all right, didn't I? I tell you what, it's really interesting because Paige Williams is commenting, legs, those pants, girl, go girl, those are amazing. You see, you didn't see that half of the Isabella 80s costume, which is actually hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
All right.
So, oh my goodness. YouTube have said, warning, we've detected copyrighted audio in your stream. You may be temporarily blocked. No, YouTube, please don't block us. We licensed that song via Licked, and all will be resolved, of course, because yes. My goodness, that's the first time I've seen that. Yes, they're not too happy that I was playing Alison Moyet, but of course, it's all above board. It's all legal, governor. Go and check out the license ID in our description. If you'd like to do the same thing as me, just go to mrc.fm/licked, and by using that link, not only do you support Licked, but you also get your first track free on us, which is fantastic. So you can choose anything. It could be Alison Moyet. And I'll put another short link as well as that one, take you to my Mike Russell collection on Licked. And Shum, who's the head of music at Licked, was absolutely fantastic. Every time I'm looking for a track or I need some help with the track of the week, I get in touch with Shum because she's amazing. And she's helped me find some really good dance songs, some really good trance, some stuff that I'm into, some house that I can use in certain vlogs and videos. But she's also gone ahead and added to the top of my collection now, and we'll pop the link in there in just a moment, essentially a load of 80s tracks. So a load of suggestions there. So we've got stuff like they got Simple Minds in their catalogue. They got Joey Ramone. They got Sparks. David Hasselhoff. The Hoff. Isabella is in the Licked catalogue with totally Jump in My Car.
We will totally have to have a look at that maybe next week.
So Bjorn is doing a great job of posting those links, by the way. Absolutely right. Yeah. Licked is where you need to go. Just go there right now and license your first track now, and then go and use it straight away. That's what I recommend.
Absolutely. I was just catching up on the comments. DJ Pirangs gets an award for the best dancing emoji of the of the week. And I was just looking. Goldilocks Productions said, just like that, a new fashion line is created by Isabella.
Nice. You're looking so good.
Oh,
so amazingly good.
That's really good.
Yeah,
My
really.
wig fell off halfway through, but that's just...
Your wig fell off. Don't worry, it's okay. Nobody noticed.
Nobody noticed anything. We're good. So, I think that we should get recording with all of those amazing super chats. What do you say?
I think absolutely. I 100% agree with you, and I would like to do that.
Oh my gosh!
But I'd love you to talk. Go on.
We've got 35 to get through today.
Good job. It's going to be a mammoth stream.
It is. Yeah.
It's going to be a mammoth stream.
35 super chats to get through, and let's have a quick look at regular scripts. And we've got 64 of regular scripts in there. Because I think that they have managed to split between the two spreadsheets, so I need to fix that.
That is absolutely crazy. Now, Isabella, I do need you just to talk for a little tad longer. Something's gone wrong with the screen share this week.
Oh, no.
I don't know why. Really, I think probably the reason I'm talking is I'm trying to reset it. Some reason it's stuck and it's not unsticking, and I don't know why. But we upgraded our version of Wirecast. It's stuck on just our 80s shop, and I can't screen share Adobe Audition at the moment. I upgraded Wirecast earlier on, and now the screen share NDI thing doesn't work. So learn your lesson. Don't do the upgrade until you're sure it works.
Yeah, you see, you always rush. It's like, this is such a monkey thing to do.
Yes.
That totally is such a monkey thing to do. You've broken things so many times by just upgrading the first side of, there is version whatever new right now now download. It's like, no.
No.
It's like, I'm such a cautious person when it comes to upgrades. Like, very. Like, I will literally hover.
You haven't
over
even
everything.
upgraded your Mac OS yet, have you?
No, and I'm totally forbidding you to do that because I'm like, it works. It's like every single time I upgrade, things just break. And I'm just not a patient person when it comes to things. I don't like upgrades. It sounds terrible. Makes me sound very grumpy. I almost sound like Mr. Clive. But there you go.
Yes. No, indeed. Now, listen, if this doesn't work, which I keep adding it and like it's switching to it on the live stream, and unfortunately it's not working. What I might have to do is just instead cut to this camera, this camera over here, and essentially you can see me. You won't be able to see close up to the screen, but you'll be able to see that I'm working on the jingles and stuff. We just won't have the screen share until we get it sorted out. It was working perfectly fine earlier on, but something's gone a bit hooky. It might not be the updated version of Wirecast. It might be, I actually started because I'm prepared for this stream really, really early in the morning. So I started the NDI going about 5 or 6 hours ago, and maybe it's just like clogged up in our intranet. And it's had enough, and it's stuck on one thing, and I can't unstick it. So with that, just reset the computer, Martin says, which is a brilliant idea. Although if I did that, it would kind of reset the stream as well. So that's the issue we're having. It is the live streaming server, and if I reboot it, it will disconnect, won't it?
There you go. You broke.
But thank you for the advice. Yes, it sounds like the IT crowd, doesn't it? The IT crowd. Have you turned it off and back on again?
Yeah, that's exactly. Even
Probably
our son even knows it. It's like something broke recently, and he's just like, Daddy, have you thought of switching it off and on again? He's 5, all right?
Yeah.
He's just 5.
He gets it.
So
he gets it.
He totally gets it. Yeah, I love the comment. Gonza Vera says, what did they just walk into and why I love it?
It's the 80s, man.
It's
oh, no,
the
I keep doing the
80s,
peace sign, but that's the 60s. We'll have to do the 60s at some point.
That's it. We will have to do the 60s.
Even though we're so young that neither of us were alive in the 60s.
No, I know.
Crazy to think
I think
right?
that would be my favorite, one of my favorite decades to live, 60s, right?
Yeah, I would have loved to live in the 60s. But anyway, we can now just listen to great stories about it instead.
I know,
Yeah.
right? So, so if you have just joined in, or if you are new and you are wondering, so what's next? So we've closed the submission for all the scripts now. So the next step is for us to record all the super chats and then for Mike to produce them. So he's just trying to fix the script.
Now, we're not going to get a screen share, but I'll cut to the camera that is over there. This one. I'll cut to this one.
Look.
Well, essentially, you'll just see me with my big mullet, like editing away on the screen, and it'll be fine. It's
sure?
You'll just see Adobe Audition in the back. See, when I switch, you can see there's a waveform there. You'll be able to see that I'm going in the multi-track. You'll be able to see that I'm moving things around.
You will have to talk more about it. So
I'll have to describe.
You will have to describe
what is on my screen and what I'm doing at that time. It's funny. Jay from Safety FM says I just broke the internet. Clearly, that's obviously what I've done, right?
So, it's the costume. I blame the costume. So there you go. Or lack of glasses, for the matter.
Yes, my aviator glasses, which would have fit right in with this 80s theme.
Just perfectly.
Anyway, never mind. We will crack on with it. I'm just going to open up my presets, which actually I use these every week because they really speed up production time. Even though I have a great library to work with this week, I'm going to be loading up the presets and getting them working right now. So
Paul says the 80s didn't have screen share, so it works.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
there you go.
That's exactly it.
I love it, Paul. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Paul. That's fantastic. So essentially, we're going without the screen share. We're just using our camcorder. Rudimentary camcorders did exist in the 80s, didn't they? Or maybe
you would hope so.
Maybe the 90s.
Something existed.
I don't know. Anyway, I don't remember. It's all a blur now. So let's go to my screen share, which is this, and I've got Adobe Audition. These are my presets on the screen in front of me right now. I use these every week so I can produce really fast. And if you're a beginner or you're just getting started or you just want to figure out what a good workflow is for your audio production, definitely go and check these presets out. I'll show you how quick it is to work in them and create your jingles. But Isabella, where can they go if they want to grab the presets for Adobe Audition?
Simply head on over to mrc.fm/presets. It's as simple as that. mrc.fm/presets. That's where you can get what Mike's producing in. They are hugely popular, not just with beginners, but also with advanced producers. A couple of reasons for it. So as a beginner, you really learn all the ins and outs of different effects and You can experiment and tinker and effectively produce amazing jingle in just a few minutes.
Yeah.
Whereas if you are advanced user and speed is important to you and you really have a lot of production you need to get through the day, those are amazing. Kind of they give you like an awesome shortcut, the best effects to use, and you can super quickly put things together. And you can obviously adapt it to your own, workflow. So yeah, hugely popular. Head on over to mrc.fm/presets.
Yes.
And yeah.
And that's it. Right, let's go back to my my screen share camera. And some good advice coming in, some 80s advice to fix things. How about you just bang the top of the screen like we did in the 80s? Yes, that's actually very, very good advice.
It worked back then, didn't it?
It did. You just bang the top of the screen.
Yeah.
Or switch to a Spectrum, a ZX Spectrum. Or maybe what about the BBC B microcomputer?
Yeah.
They do some programming in BASIC instead. But instead, I've got it all set up. It's reading my levels. So let's get started with your super chat scripts, which, oh my goodness, you're right, there's loads of them.
Super chats
Thank
today,
you so much for supporting us on this. So we'll go through and we'll record starting from the top. That's going to be with me, is it? Let's get started. So I'll hit the record button.
Okay.
Here we go. Check it's recording.
No, let's start with me, perhaps, because then the second one.
Start with you. Although,
is that right?
Yeah, hang on. Wait, something's... No, come on, Adobe Audition. Yes, Adobe Audition's working. Woo! Okay, good. I thought it was all going to go wrong. I thought, back in the 80s, even Adobe Audition didn't exist. It's like, is Adobe Audition going to fail on me too, just because we're doing an 80s show? I really don't want to have to record on reel-to-reel and splice your jingles together with a razor blade, Isabella. That would be a little bit too scary.
Yeah, we would need to be here for the whole weekend, to be honest.
Izzy, take it away with the first Free Jingle Friday Super Chat.
Always commercial free with no filter. This is Indie's hardest rock station, iPanda Radio, Indianapolis. Indianapolis. How do you say it? Indianapolis. Indianapolis. Did I say it with the right inflection?
Let me do it. Let me just do it, and then we'll get it. So we'll start again from the top. Hang on, I'm going to start a new session because there's... Right, let's go from the top. Here we go. Always commercial free with no filter. This is Indie's hardest rock station, iPanda Radio, Indianapolis.
That's the one.
Gentlemen, rev those engines.
Ladies, rev those louder.
Now
let's get together.
Now, let's get this show started.
And, if possible...
Hang on, I'm going to start this all again. Sorry. We're having a few false starts today.
It's the 80s. Come on.
Let's start again.
It's
Yeah,
right.
you
Everything
have to do multiple takes
in the
80s.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Hang on. Always commercial free with no filter. This is Indie's hardest rock station, iPanda Radio, Indianapolis. Gentlemen, rev those engines.
Ladies, rev them louder.
Now, let's get this show started. Brilliant. Over to me. Do you miss the 80s? Do you miss big hair, acid wash jeans, and Marty McFly? We do too. Relive the greatest decade in music right here on the Morning Roast. Give it to them, fellas. Sorry, one for me. The best part of your day is finding out what perking. Okay. The best part of your day is finding out what perking on the Cafe Solar podcast with Christopher Hogan. Find us on iTunes, Podbean, the Facebook, and YouTube. God's blessings on your day. Another one for me. Thank you for tuning in to Rounder's Random Rants. If you want to be on this show and rant randomly with Rounder, look for him on Facebook by visiting facebook.com/Pirate Depot.
You're listening to the Transmissions Podcast Network. Let's talk Transformers. It's for you.
How do I say that?
You've got to spell it.
Okay. MARKTHESUGARBOY. That is Mark the Sugar Boy.
Good morning, all. This is Ruth Houseman.
2 hours of the hits and more. Why? Because we just love the sound of the 80s.
Welcome to Kalenjin Comedy Live Music Show.
You are listening to Safety News with Abby Ferry on Safety FM.
The hottest station in 3 galaxies, 89.5 WHPX DB.
You're in the mix with Jingles from Music Radio Creative.
For sure.
So, you thought you were the best DJ? Wait until you listen to DJ P Ranks.
You're listening to All Request Weekend on East Lancs Radio with Chris Crook.
Contact the studio on studio@eastlancsradio.com.
You are listening to the X Factor on Safety. You are listening to the X Factor of Safety on Safety FM. Tomorrow's music. Today. In the morning with Ruse. Hang on. Tomorrow's music today in the morning with Ruth Houseman.
You found your home for the greatest decade of music. Pop in the 80s.
DJ Steppers in the mix.
Robots unallowed. You're listening to netrootsradio.com. We are Resistance Radio.
You are listening to Radio God. What? This has to be an error that host. Oh gosh, hang on a minute. This has to be an error that host is not. Oh, that host is not a Radio God. Okay, hang on. I've got this now. You are listening to a Radio God. What? This has to be an error that host is not a Radio God. Anyways, this is the Rated R Safety Show on Safety FM.
Back-to-back retro songs, the Retro Hour on Crunchy FM. Playing your old-time and brand-new hit song. It's your playlist special with DJ Black Shadow. Fan-driven classic radio, The Phoenix.
Playing the biggest hits from today and yesterday. It's the Dave Rhodes Radio Experience on RTI.
We are now video streaming the Rated R Safety Show. I don't know why our host has a face for radio. Rated R Safety Show.
DJ B playing the best beats over the seas.
The 80s weekend sounds like Crunchy FM.
It's martini time with the cool tunes of DJ Beat.
This is the 70s at 7 on East Lancs Radio.
DJ B, probably the best DJ in the world.
Flashing back with Bonnie D'Souza.
Welcome to the big, wide, wonderful world of DJ B.
Radio DJ with the hottest floor burners today.
From the village of Summerdale, this is GN780 Enola playing the best mix of music. Playing the best mix from the 80s, 90s, zeros, 10s, and today. This is Ziggy Radio.
This is the Beaumaris Secondary College Podcast. BSC Podcast.
Whee!
Wow.
Okay.
Oh my goodness me. Right, let me go ahead and save all that stuff out, and then we can get into producing. Meanwhile, Isabella, over to you.
Gosh.
Maybe tell us a little bit more about...
Recording all the super chats, by the way. So if you want produce Jingle on over to mrc.fm/retro, and it is currently on sale. I want to say pennies, but it's with a few cents on top of that. So head on over mrc.fm/retro. Fantastic package, and you will be able to. We will demo it through this live stream.
Yeah, you're about to hear it all in a second.
Yeah. I don't know whether you can see it too, but I can see that stream is dropping on me specifically when I'm watching it. Please let me know if it's the same for you.
Looks okay from my end. So far, so good. No real worries. Although we have had a little bit of internet teething problem, shall we say, here on the wonderful Isle of Wight, which is is upgrading its internet all the time. We are an island, and we do generally have good, fast, speedy internet. So hopefully everything is okay. But obviously, if not, do let us know in the comments, and we can look into that, and we'll get on the phone to BT.
Yes, we shall.
So, yeah. Anyway, as long as it's working from my end. Stream looks pretty good on both sides from my end. Yes, it does look really good. So no worries there. It's going out on multiple places: LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, all over the place. Okay, right. I'm gonna hop in then to my screen sharing thing. Sorry, I can't actually screen share with you this week, but you can kind of get the gist of what I'm doing here, and I'm gonna commentate. Is that a word?
Commentate?
No.
You'll be the commentator.
I'm going to comment. I'm going to be a commentator. I'm going to be a commentator on what I'm doing. So essentially right now I'm just doing some little chops here so that I can get everything into the right order, and then push it back a little bit more. And oh yeah, some people are saying it paused and then refreshed. Yeah, a lot of people are actually commenting just refresh. If you're watching on YouTube, for instance, just refresh the page.
Yeah.
For some reason, YouTube is actually showing a warning triangle. I'm not sure if that's related to the copyrighted song, which I did play legally on this stream, by the way, earlier on, that YouTube seemed to know I was playing something copyrighted. But of course, it is licensed by Licked, and you can see the license ID that you need to put at the bottom of your description. That's essentially how they check. You get a unique license ID when you license your track. You have to put that in your description on your YouTube video, and then all should essentially be good. Well, will essentially be good. Yeah, but I can see now the stream's looking good for me. But yes, if you're having trouble, please refresh. Hit the refresh cog. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag some of these jingles down a little bit so I can get to work, and I'm going to bring in some of our 80s stuff. And actually, I wanted to say I'm really proud that so many of you actually submitted 80s scripts, so I can actually use this 80s production library, and it will sound pretty decent. So let's get ourselves started. Let's go with a stager. Let's pull this in, and let's get some music. Oh, this is nice. Okay, cool. So let's use the stager, and then we'll go to some breakers as well. Okay.
Always commercial free with.
Hang on.
Always commercial free with no filter.
Okay, we're going to put a little breaker at the start. So this is just going to have a little bit, hang on, let's zoom a little bit. Again, sorry, I know you're not seeing the exact screen share of what I'm doing this week, but you are getting the gist. You're seeing it in front of me. You get the kind of over Mike Russell's shoulder view this week.
Yeah.
Always commercial free with no filter.
Oh, that's nice. That works out quite well. And then I'm going to pull this up here.
This is Indie's hardest rock station, iPanda Radio, Indianapolis.
And then we'll just double that up.
Indianapolis.
Now, I'm just wondering here. Let's just have a little look. Oh, I like that one. I'm going to use that one next. We've got some cool stuff here, by the way. Lots of vocoding and synth. I like that. Actually, this might be good. Wow. This is awesome.
Gentlemen, rev those engines.
Okay, so this is for the next jingle. Let's move over there now, because this was like a duo with Izzy. I started calling you Izzy now, Isabella, because you told me actually that's my favored kind of nickname. I don't want Izza. I don't want Isabella. I would like Izzy. So we're calling you Izzy now.
I prefer it.
Okay, that's good.
Gentlemen, rev those engines.
All right, let's get this in. Well, that's tinkly. Hang on. Where's that really cool? Game over.
No.
That's awesome. I might put that at the end if it's appropriate. See, this is so retro.
Gentlemen, rev those engines.
All right, we're just gonna do a because it's retro. So let's pop that in there. Let's tighten it up nicely. And so what I'm doing here, for those of you, not those of you, all of you that can't see the screen share, why not just say it as it is? It's like when something goes wrong with like a website or something, a certain section of our customers, of our audience, may be experiencing this. Why don't you just say everyone? Yeah, it's like everyone cannot see the screen share this week. Oh, that's cool.
We need to have like really nice lower thirds so that we can put those messages in there.
We need lower thirds. Yeah, we need to get lower thirds. What we really need, Isabella, is we need a producer for this show. At the moment, it's you and me. We do everything. It's kind of like working in the radio in the 80s. Radio industry in the 80s, you get paid like, £5 a show, and you'd have no producer. So you do the research, £5 a show. Am I over-egging the pudding there a little bit? Maybe a little bit more than £5. Actually, maybe voluntary. Who knows? When I have to say, I wasn't in radio in the 80s because I was a little kid, but I was in radio in the 90s, and I volunteered for a long time before, and then I got paid a small amount, a modest amount, to do radio shows, and then I hit the big time. Isn't that right?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, anyway, let's get back to it. Here we go.
Gentlemen, rev those engines.
Ladies, rev them louder.
Oh, I like that. Can I do that? Oh, please let me do that. Why do you never let me pitch shift you?
It's terrible.
Ladies, rev them louder.
Okay, we need to just get that on beat. So let's try this. Ladies. It'd be cool if you had an auto metronome in your head, Isabella.
Yeah.
Izzy, and then we'd be cool, wouldn't we?
Ladies, rev them.
Oh, that's cool. That's going to be on beat.
Ladies, rev them louder.
That's not too bad, is it?
Yeah.
And then can I do this?
Let's get this.
No, you cannot do that.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I can. Yeah. No. Okay. No. All right. Sorry.
Let's get this show started.
Oh, hang on. That's one of those. I see. Okay. Yeah, we're doing that together, aren't we? Then we need to do a pan effect.
Now,
Let's get this show started.
We actually did pretty good in syncing up there.
Yeah, I thought that was quite good. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do some extra edits in here just to make it extra like tight and synced. There we go. Okay, let's try that.
now,
Let's get this show started.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. And I'm just going to pan myself over a little bit, and I'm going to pan you over to the right a bit so we get like a bit of a stereo effect on the end. Let's try that.
now,
Let's get this show started.
That's cool. I'm not going to put the game over effect because I don't think it's appropriate for that particular super chat. Let's see what we got over here. Going to bring in a music bed. Music beds. Sorry you can't see everything on my screen. I'm kind of describing what's happening because our screen share is broken this week. If you want to get any of the sound effects I'm using this week, it's our new production library on sale until the end of the weekend, essentially. So if you're watching this live stream and you're watching the replay, go and hop in and quickly check out. It's on sale half price at the moment at mrc.fm/retro. Okay, let's play this.
That's a good one. I like that.
do you miss the 80s?
Oh, yeah, that's cool. So that's going to work nicely.
Yeah.
And also, if you go to mrc.fm, by the way, /1980, that's the numbers 1980, with this little Amazon shop. It helps us, by the way, it's affiliate commissions there. But like anything you see, like the suit I'm wearing, or Izzy's cool costume, or this little Nintendo or Pac-Man thingy, you can get them all from our little Amazon Essential 80s store, can't you, Isabella? Anything you really like from that 80s store, by the way? Obviously what you're wearing, but...
Yeah, I chose what I wear. I mean, out of everything that we got, I think that the Pac-Man light is my favorite. Yeah, I really like the Pac-Man light.
It's not bad, actually.
Yeah.
I'm really curious, actually, how much did that cost? Let's look at it in dollars. It was around 20 quid here in the UK.
$35.
$35 if you want to get it. It's actually really good.
$35.
You can use it if you've got kids. You can use it as a nightlight. You know, put it in their room.
I love it.
Although,
Absolutely love it. It's really
depending if they like Pac-Man, they might be a bit scared by a
they
big
could be,
yellow
couldn't they?
imposing face next to their bed. And you've got like sound effects like this. That's the ghosties.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me just move it round to the front of the mic there. Oh, I died. I died.
That's so cool.
I could play that tune all day, you know.
I know, it's awesome, right?
So Pac-Man Light available now with a range of sound effects. And if you want a Pac-Man Light just like us, go to mrc.fm /1980 1980, and it's there for you. Okay, let's play this.
You miss big hair, acid wash jeans, and
Okay, Okay, let's do
You miss big hair, acid wash jeans, and Marty McFly.
and Marty McFly. We're going to just EQ that up. I'll hand over to you in a sec, probably, just so you can see, because I know you always look at the comments. Every comment always gets read by one of us, at least one of us.
Yes.
So please do keep writing in the chat box, because we love reading what you've got to say.
Do you miss the 80s? Do you miss big hair, acid wash jeans, and Marty McFly? We do too.
Okay, now we need to do a little change in pace. So let's do that. And actually, let's move to the end of this music bed. Just bring that in there. And we're going to do a stager. That's quite cool, actually. That's quite cool. What I might do is, let's get rid of that. I'm going to put in this game over sound effect. See how that sounds?
And Marty McFly, we do too. Relive the and Marty McFly, we do too.
I wonder if I can get away with this.
And Marty McFly, we do too. Relive the greatest and Marty McFly, we do too. Relive.
Right, let's just bring that down in volume. The next bit.
We do too. Relive the greatest decade of music right here on the Morning Roast. Give it to them, fellas.
Okay, and then we just need to sync that up at the end.
Morning Roast. Give it to them, fellas.
Pretty awesome. I'm liking this. This is fun. I feel in my element doing 80s style production here.
Yay.
Do not dare say yes, Mike. That's where your production style is stuck in, the 80s. Thanks very much. Let's see what have we got here? Whooshes and pows, of course. Wouldn't be the 80s without a good power shot. Now that's an in thing. Who worked in the radio industry and knows about the power shot production library? Although it was probably more 90s. But they used PowerShot on a load of radio stations here in the UK, probably in the US too. It's epic. There was PowerShot 1, 2, and 3. Did a bit of investigating, a bit of digging. I'm a member of a few radio production Facebook groups. I posted a while back about the PowerShot library. And I gathered that it was on KPM Music, but for some reason it's been delisted from the catalogue. So they're very, very, very rare to come across now. If you do know what I'm talking about and you do own a PowerShot CD, do reach out to me because I would love to hear those sound effects again. So there you go. Retro Guy says, Mike, you are the man. What do you think about that, Isabella?
You are the man.
There you go. Yeah, Dave Rhodes is saying KPM Music. So yeah, Dave knows what's up there. Dave, if you've got the CDs, if you've got the audio, I'd just love to hear them again. But I know they're like super rare. You cannot even find these production CDs on eBay. Yeah. That's how crazy it is.
Yeah.
So, but I used to use them because at a radio station I worked at, they had them there in the
that would be
3
fantastic.
CDs.
I mean, it's such a brilliant thing to take inspiration from. So yeah, if anybody has them and can digitalize them, would love to listen to them so that we can work on creating something similar. Obviously not ripping off the original thing, but it just it's always good to have like a solid source of inspiration for sure. So.
Dave says he's got them. So Dave, it'd be wonderful if you'd reach out. That'd be absolutely amazing. Also, Rounders Random Rants. I was a radio jock in the 80s on KZLS Rock. Can I say that again? KZLS Rock. Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? What kind of mouse does Mike use? Actually, do you know what, Isabella? I get asked that a lot. And
really?
It's nothing crazy. I'm not going to say like this fancy pantsy mouse. It is simply this. I use the Apple Magic Mouse.
I hate Apple.
I have tried so many different mice in my time. I've gone all fancy with like brands like Logitech and Microsoft.
Hang on. Nothing wrong with Logitech. Look at this.
I know.
And I use the M545 Logitech, the best mouse in the world. Seriously, if you are like me and you totally hate the Magic Mouse, which I cannot work on, literally I cannot work on it, then that one is the way, honestly.
Oh, now just changing the subject a bit, going from Magic Mouses to Rounders Random Rants. Sorry, getting distracted here. Using carts. Oh my goodness. Yes. The cart machine, playing jingles from a cart machine. They were Sonifex, weren't they? Sonifex made those. And you know what? I again, this is something else I would love to get hold of for the studio, as a set of Sonifex cart machines that we could like pop on this retro vintage like producer's desk here. And you know what? I'm absolutely kicking myself, Isabella. Do you know why?
Why?
I was recently at ISE in Amsterdam last month. There's a big conference that takes place there. Lots of audio companies there, and SFX were there. And I went around quite a few different stands, and I gathered that SFX were there. I went to the general area where they were supposed to be exhibiting, but I could not find them. And I really wanted to ask them the question: do you have any card machines? Because SFX certainly made the bulk of them, certainly here in the UK. And Paul is saying the Logitech MX Master 2S is a good mouse. Yes, I've heard that one recommended a lot. That is actually the mouse I tried, but I tried it and then I just went back to the Magic Mouse. So it's just my personal preference, though, isn't it, Izzy? So there we go.
I know.
Back to it. Okay, here we are, and let's play this.
The best part of your day is finding out what
Oh, yeah, sorry, that was a retake. So let's bring in the retake.
Finding out what.
Okay, and again, retake, and we're going in live now. And of course, we'll need some breakers here. I'm going to bring in another stager, maybe. What have we got here? Not quite that. This is awesome. Let's get a music bed. This one's going to do the job here. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is like the workout one, you know.
Yeah, the best part of your day is finding out what perking on the Cafe Solar podcast with Christopher Hogan.
Okay, now we got to get it upbeat and like match those beats here.
Solar podcast with Christopher Hogan.
Okay, I really want to like rock this one out.
Find us on iTunes, Podbean.
Okay, that is definitely going up there.
Podbean.
And then we'll go here, and we'll bring this up here. Sorry, just messing about with the effects on the voice.
Podbean, the Facebook and YouTube.
Oh.
The Facebook and YouTube.
Hello to everyone who's tuning in. I can see it's lovely to see, just as happened last week, actually, it's starting to... It seems to be after about the 40-minute mark that more people tune into this live stream. Have you noticed that, Izzy, by the way?
I have, yes.
After the 40-minute mark, I think... I'm no YouTube expert, so like, don't take my word for it. There are far better people out there, like my friend Nick Nimin, who is an absolute expert on YouTube. Probably tell me what the heck is going on. But after 40 minutes, it appears to me YouTube realized that, this is a live stream that's going to be on for a bit. We will maybe start promoting it. That's just my guess. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's very much true. By the way, sorry, I'm yawning away because you didn't make me tea today.
Oh,
I'm making
no.
an official complaint. Tea was not made for me today.
Tea was not made.
Yeah.
Right, back to it. Come on, let's get on with this.
The Facebook and YouTube. God's blessings.
Oh, hang on. Now we need to do a little exit there.
Facebook and YouTube. God's blessings.
Hang on. We definitely need to count the beats there. Otherwise, we're going to fall in trouble. Whoa. Okay, hang on. Now we've got something weird going on. Let's just bring it down there so I can solo it. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, that's where we're going. We'll do the false reverb there. We'll go back up to the music track, unmute.
Podbean, the Facebook and YouTube.
And then, of course, that sounds horrible without a bit of reverb, so let's just duck it in there.
The Facebook and YouTube. God's blessing.
Okay, and then we're going to bring this in.
The Facebook and YouTube. God's blessing.
And YouTube.
Facebook and YouTube. God's blessings on your day.
Oh, yeah, that just works, doesn't it? That just works, don't you think?
Play it again.
So everyone here is getting 80s jingles, by the way. This is why it's an 80s show.
Yep.
Many of you have submitted 80s scripts. Let's play it from the start. Here we go. Ready? Have a listen.
Yeah.
The best part of your day is finding out what perking on the Cafe Solar podcast with Christopher Hogan. Find us on iTunes, Podbean, the Facebook and YouTube. God's blessings on your day.
Very, very 80s, isn't it? Very 80s.
Yeah. You know, they do, the 80s was like was it when they did lots of Sonovoxes and stuff like that?
Oh, Sonovox, you mean stuff like, hang on, because it's in our production library. Sonovox was really 60s, but Sonovox and Talkbox, stuff like that. But yeah, there was a lot of that in the 80s. Stuff like this. Let's have a listen. That is actually one of the effects inside our production library that I'm using now. And this one.
Let's get ready to rock.
Nice. Lovely.
How cool is that, right?
Oh, maybe we could. Can you make some later? If we have some time, could we do a few at the end?
Absolutely. Well, I've got an awesome plugin that I can use for that.
That's awesome. Yeah,
but
let's do it at the end if we find time.
Yeah, if we find time, I will do that. But I just wanted to shout this plugin out now. It's cool. If you want to make like vocal effects like that, what you want to do is go to mrc.fm/waves. And again, if you use that link, we do get a nice commission. So thank you very much in advance. If you want to use the plugin that I'll demo, I might actually throw it in now. It's called Ovox.
Yeah.
It's actually a new release from Waves. They only released it at the start of this year. And it's brilliant. You can do stuff like that with the vocals, and it sounds good. So, I might throw it on some jingles in a sec and give you some samples. But yeah, 10% off, by the way, as well, if you go to mrc.fm/waves. Right, Isabel? Mm-hmm. Oh, and for some reason, I keep trying to cut to your camera. Do you know what's happened just on this stream?
What happened?
I don't mean to worry you, but we do have a little issue. So my Stream Deck keys have got sticky.
Oh no!
And no sticky liquids were spilled into those keys.
Oh no!
So like I'm kind of hitting the buttons like this, like that.
Hang on. I've got to come in.
It takes a while to switch camera, and I'm just wondering, like, if there's like, look.
I'm gonna do this. Hang on. Are you ready?
What, hammer them? I don't want to break them. Whoa!
Like that.
Yes, break everything. Break everything. They can't hear you when you're off mic, but anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, you got to bang the table.
You gotta do
essentially.
like.
Isabella's saying, got to bang the table.
So
There she is. Doesn't she look hot? You look amazing.
Woo!
My
Hang on,
goodness me.
which camera am I looking at?
Look, you're looking pretty good today.
Thanks. You know.
Yeah,
do
you're
you
looking
like
really good.
The leggings, like the.
Insane, if you ask me. Insane, amazing. Multitude of colours. We can't hear what you're saying, but anyway, it's very, very nice indeed. You're looking good, amazing.
Okay.
Yeah. So no, I was going to say, yeah, my Stream Deck, because like the thing is, I have this wonderful custom panel in front of me that's built and contains both Stream Decks. But because when I'm changing cameras, I have to bang the keys. I'm like bang, 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 and I think I'm wearing the top row out. So I'm either going to need to replace that Stream Deck or get something else that doesn't mind being banged a bit. And actually, I remember I have heard recommended to me a few times. Maybe if anyone else got recommendations on hotkeys to change camera angles, please let me know. Reach out, email, tweet, whatever. I heard, is it X keys, something like that? X keys might be worthy of a banging. We'll have to find out. Anyway.
Yeah. We will have to find out what to do. But
back
go on,
to
Mike.
the jingles.
Back to the jingles.
You're listening to the Transmissions
It's you.
Podcast Network.
I know.
Let's talk
Well,
Transformers.
Oh, this is going to be a good one. Right, this is where I'm going to start using the Ovox plugin from Waves. I'll do something a little funky here, a little 80s. And like I say, mrc.fm/waves. The link is in the chat on YouTube if you're interested.
Transmissions Podcast Network. Let's talk Transformers.
Right, Transformers.
Oh, you've got to do something funny with Transformers.
Transformers.
No, like, make it like electric voice.
Yeah,
Transformers.
that's exactly why I thought it would be a good time to start using that plugin. So what I'm actually going to do is pick out a certain place that I can do this. Okay, let's find what we're going to use as the music. Not quite the effects I'm looking for here. Okay, so...
You're listening to the Transmissions Podcast Network.
Okay, let's make sure that pulls in at the right place.
You're listening to the Transmissions Podcast Network.
All right, this is going to be good, and then we're going to pull that there.
Let's talk.
Let's talk. Let's talk.
Network. Let's talk. Network. Let's talk Transformers.
And then with Transformers, we're going to do something rather special. So, apologize that you can't actually see this up close what I'm doing, but essentially what I'm doing, in my multi-track, I'm going into tracks, I'm adding a stereo audio track, so an extra track, and then I'm going to go to my routings and make sure that's all going to a good place. Yes, it is. Okay, and then I'm going to add in the Waves Ovox plugin on that track, so that'll be Waves Ovox. And again, the Ovox, again, you can see it just on the camera here. This is the Ovox interface. Unfortunately, this week can't screen share. Something went funky with our Wirecast this week. But you'll get the idea of what this plugin can do, and it's really, really good.
Transformers.
So we're doing that with your voice.
Transformers.
Nice.
But we can do all kinds of stuff. I mean, there are so many presets here.
Transformers.
Wow. that's quite nice. So that's very 80s. So let's put that in at the end. And I'm thinking maybe that's enough on its own. Let's listen to the whole jingle.
You're listening to the Transmissions Podcast Network. Let's talk Transformers.
What do you think? Is that good?
Yeah.
You like that, Transformers?
Yeah.
Okay, so we might use more of Ovox a little bit later on. Let's go for this one.
Thank you for tuning in to Rounder's Random Rants.
Now I just want to use that all the time. I want to go, thank you. Like this, kind of like.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Rounder's.
See, and it's just subtle. We can just use it in a subtle way. It doesn't have to be something massive here.
Thank you for tuning.
Oh, that's going to be too loud. Let's move that down a bit.
Thank you for tuning in to Rounder's Random Rants. If you want to be on this show.
All right, this is where we need to make a little cut. And a little cut there. Probably a bigger cut. That's going to go up the top of my multi-track session. And...
Rants. If you want to be on this show and rant randomly with Rounder, look for him on Facebook.
Well, let's say that again.
Rounder, look for him on Facebook by visiting...
Okay, and then that is going to go psh and end with a little bit of false reverb at the end. Here we go.
Visiting facebook.com/
Okay, now we need to make that kind of really sound nice.
Visiting facebook.com.
Oh, thank you, Bjorn, by the way, who is just being absolutely fantastic with posting those links every time we shout them.
By visiting facebook.com/
Let's keep going.
By visiting facebook.com.
Oh gosh, this sounds awful. Hang on.
By visiting facebook.com/pirate depot.
We just need a breaker in there to make it better. Something like that will do.
Yeah.
Let's push that down here.
By visiting facebook. By visiting facebook.com/pirate depot.
Let's go back.
By visiting facebook.com/pirate depot. By visiting facebook.com/pirate depot.
It's not quite what I'm looking for yet.
By visiting facebook.com/pirate.
Need to really get that.
By visiting facebook.com/pirate depot.
Oh my goodness, I'm salivating over what Caddo is writing in the chat at the moment. Caddo always comes up with some great suggestions on things we can do. Blackmagic Atom Mini takes 4 HDMIs and has a built-in mixer, Izzy. So another thing for the gear list. What do you reckon? Another thing for the gear list. And by the way, seeing Caddo's name there reminds me, thank you. You gave a brilliant recommendation of something we can use to do online kind of phone box system like they do at radio stations. Which, by the way, again, if we have time at the end, and I think we might, because we had some great success with it the previous week. Do you remember I relaunched our old phone line?
Oh, I do remember that.
And we might do that again later on. We might take some phone calls. What do you reckon? Good idea?
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah,
we had so much fun with it last week. Loads of you actually called in. It was great. In fact, majority of people at some point do choose to interact with us in some way, whether it's like chatting or super chatting or calling into the show. So it's really nice that you do that. And maybe later on when we finish with the jingles, we'll take a few calls live to air, as they used to say in the 80s, right?
Live to air.
Live on the hello, you're on the air. I still feel like a radio DJ. I'm like, hello, you're on the air. MRC Live, welcome. I'm just waiting, for our first mad caller to call in and scream down the phone or something.
I know, right? Yeah, I know.
It'd be hilarious.
Please
anyway.
don't be the first one.
Yes, no, don't be the first. So we'll take some calls later on because that number we've actually had since 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I got it when I was live streaming every day. Do you remember that? It's crazy. Yeah. It's definitely an easy way to use lots of energy. Right. But it was fun. I really enjoy streaming actually. And I'm absolutely frank with you when I say the highlight of my week, let's just say of my working week, the highlight of my working week is always getting in here on a Friday and doing Free Jingle Friday. I love you guys. I really, really, really do. And I really love doing this show. Don't you, Isabella? It's like literally the thing I look forward to every week. No matter what, whether the week was great, whether the week was a bit there, it's always getting in the seat on Friday and doing this for you guys and having you tuning in. It's just like, it's an absolute pleasure. And I really mean that. Yeah. I can't say that with more emphasis. What any thoughts on that is? Or?
I'm totally in agreement with you. Absolutely in agreement with you. This is just such a fantastic part of the part of our week, and it's great to connect with everybody. And it's like, we are all.
It's a family.
Yeah,
It's a family.
Exactly.
All right, let's hop back to it. So, what do we got now? MARKTHESUGARBOY. That might actually work really well, especially if I did that on beat. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Mark the Sugar Boy, yeah, because he wanted his name spelt out. And then if I just pick up a nice music bed with a good beat to it. Oh, 120 BPM. That could work. Let's try that. It might need to be something without a tune to it, though. Right, that's going to sound a bit wonky. Really need... That's a cool thing. I wonder if I can make that work. What we really need here, oh my goodness. Actually, I'm wondering, I might find, I just cut to you as you did a massive yawn.
I was hoping you wouldn't do that.
How funny.
I might need to go and get that tea. Honestly, I don't know what on earth. I bet it's like the pressure in the air. It always gets
always the pressure in the air, right?
It always gets to me. Seriously, and there's nothing you can do to kind of like revive it in a way.
Crazy.
Let's have a look. What does Right say? No, it's actually 1007.
Okay.
So
That's
it's not too bad. It's been worse over the past few weeks.
Yes.
So yeah, we had really low pressure here, but it's kind of getting better now, which is cool.
We are family. Just reading Cafe Solar. Right. No, I'm just not sure if my idea is going to work here, so I might just go for something a bit different. Let's go for a whoosh. Let's try and make that right.
And I was just going to say, if you haven't already, head on over to mrc.fm/retro and you can grab those sound effects that Mike is using. So
yes, absolutely. And if you want to use the thing that's doing funny kind of Daft Punk style stuff with the vocal that I'm working on right now on this jingle, it's the Ovox plugin from Waves. It's a new release from them. Actually, I think it's a kicking release from them this year. And you can get 10% using our link. And it also helps us out with a little bit of affiliate commission as well. mrc.fm/waves. And when you go to the Waves Audio website, they make really decent plugins anyway. Just go and search for Ovox, Ovox. And it's the thing that's doing all these cool like robotic sound effects on the 80s style jingles that I'm making. So I'm doing something very complicated, so I'm looking off camera as I kind of get that right, and then back to that, and that there. Something like that. B-O-Y. And then we need like some kind of breaker. And then we've got like this. Let's let that establish a bit. No, that sounds awful. Let's try that.
That is Mark the Sugar. That is.
Okay, let's move that there, and that up there, and that up there.
That is Mark the Sugar.
Okay, that's cool. And now we're going on to the next jingle, which is going to be this one.
Good morning, all. This.
Oh, that's a good for good morning, all.
Isn't it? It's like an announcement.
I like
Good
it.
morning, all.
I would put it before good morning, all. It might
Good
make
morning, all.
Hang on.
This is Ruth Houseman.
There you go. No, that works. You got to use it as a breaker, not as a not as an intro necessarily on that particular jingle. Go on. Wait, are you laughing at something?
No, I'm laughing because there is people say that I need tea. You should
Go and get yourself a cup.
I will.
Of tea.
I do need to do a quick retake when you get onto the WPHX. The script provided was the wrong way around. I've corrected it now for the Mystic Wolf, and I'm determined to make it correct for him. So I need to do a quick pickup,
Okie dokie. Right, no worries.
and then I will go and get myself a tea. All right.
Let's
dear?
get on with this.
2 hours of
I'm gonna make one for you too.
Oh, that'd be lovely because I'm just getting to the end of my tea and it's gone cold. Right, let's crack on.
hours of the hits and more.
Oh, I had a little shuffle there, didn't I, with my voice? Maybe we can pull in a stager at this point. Oh, that's so 80s.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy 80s. That's such an 80s thing.
2 hours of the hit.
Right, we'll do it like this. Let's do a little stutter. That's what I'm doing right now on the screen.
2 hours of the hits and
Now, I realise you can't see my screen share this week, so you kind of got the look over my shoulder camera angle.
2 hours of the hits and more.
Let's just move that out a bit.
2 hours of the hits and more. Why? Because
And then Y needs to be quite established and almost threatening in the way it comes across.
why? Because we just love the sound of the. Why? Because we just.
Not too early.
Because we just love the sound of the 80s.
Now, it'd be nice if we had a little thing to put at the end there. Or maybe that. Yeah, just like a little thing to say, we love the sound of the 80s. Woo woo.
The 80s.
Nice.
There we go. That is a proper 80s jingle right there. Let's go ahead and save this because don't want to lose everything, and I have not saved my session yet. Always save your sessions when you're working on any kind of audio because you never know when you're going to get a power cut or it's all going to go off and you're going to lose everything. It's going to crash. So there we go. Just saved my multi-track session. I can move on. Gosh, we have got a ton of jingles. I'm really so grateful this week. I'm always grateful when there's a lot to work on. So that's why we do this live stream. That's why we're here, to make these cool things.
Cool thing.
Cool little things. Why not? Love the reverb drums, says Goldilocks Productions. Oh, that's cool. Let's bring that in. I'm loving this. This is like, it's a little bit like a Rubik's Cube. Every time you flip it, there's something new to find in this library. So, Isabella, you've been like hard at work making sure we got the sounds we wanted in this library, right?
Absolutely,
Yes, yes. Isabella does actually. She pulls together a lot of the stuff you see at MRC is all down to this lady right here that you're seeing on your screen. She's amazing, absolutely amazing. So,
thank you.
There you go.
You are listening to Safety News with Abby Ferry.
Now that's going to be awesome, and then we're gonna do that. That's quite a newsy thing, isn't it? And then we'll push that
Michael
up.
Sahovsky is asking if we have coffee in England. No, coffee? You kidding me? It's only tea here. Nobody drinks coffee in England.
Finest tea in all of China. That's what we have.
Oh, hang on, what would Mr. Clive say about that?
Coffee. Coffee. No. That's all he had to say, really. I don't think he's a coffee drinker either. But I have to say, Brits, people from the UK, are quite funny when it comes to hot beverages, Isabella. Yeah. It's like we're the exception, not the rule. So, like, in the UK, we put silly things like milk in tea. And then you go to Europe, or whatever, or you go to, or we also put milk in coffee as well. And from what I understand, when you go to the States, they have these little jugs and they just pour you a coffee, and it's like nice and black. And then you have to ask for milk, don't you? Because they don't usually bring it by default.
Well,
although I'm not a major coffee drinker. We're not major coffee drinkers.
No, we don't drink coffee. But I think that if you go to like Starbucks and whatever, you can have all the lattes and all the fancy stuff. But as a regular thing, I think, and there is also a jug with milk usually.
Yes.
But then, I'm also quite funny about the milk I drink. So.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
UK TARDIS said Yorkshire tea is the best.
You bet.
Oh, aye. Yeah. Yorkshire tea is the best. Bring me Yorkshire tea any day of the week. Love it. Absolutely love it. Bring it on. All right. Actually, I could be like, my shell suit here, my long hair. I could be a Scouser, couldn't I? Hey, what are you saying? Calm down, like. It's all right. Kid. All right. Let's get on with the show.
There you go.
And we've got this.
You are listening to Safety News with Abby Ferry on Safety FM.
Oh, that just works, doesn't it? But we'll double up the voice at the end to make it urgent.
On Safety FM.
And extend that out. Right, you go and get your tea. Don't worry, I'm good.
No, because I need to do the retake.
Oh, is this the one coming up? Oh.
Yeah, that's the one.
3 Galaxies, 89.5 WHPX.
That's the one.
So it's just the bit at the end.
It's just the call letters.
Can you just re-say the call letters? I'll go 3, 2, 1, and then I just want you to punch in the call letters. 3, 2, 1.
WPHX.
Was that your mistake or theirs?
No, it was not my mistake.
Okay,
and I'm being really good to you over there right now, just so you know. Right? It is your mistake. I am not making those mistakes here, just to be super clear.
All right.
The hottest station
I'm
is
going
3.
for the tea.
All right, you go and get the tea. I'm all good here. I'm just rocking away. Don't worry, camera's on me. I am figuring this out. Okay, let's just go and get some jingly bits. Okay, so I'm going to throw that in because that's quite nice. And then we'll get another stager here. What have we got? Oh, we've used that. Let's use... Oh, yeah. We haven't used that yet. So...
The hottest station in 3 Galaxies, 89.5.
Okay, and then that's going to come down like this.
Is 89.5.
89 point, and I'm feeling a kind of 5. Let's do that. Let's try that.
9.5.
Something like that. 5. That sounds quite good, doesn't it?
Is 89.5.
Hang on, we got to zoom in a bit.
Is 89.5.
89.5, and then into this.
WPHX.
Okay, that sounds good, and we'll let's make that have a little bit of authority to it, and we'll use the Waves Ovox in the background. So we got
WPHX.
you got the 80s kind of thingy going on there. Let's bring in a whoosh, an 80s whoosh. We'll throw that in there at the end.
9.5 WPH.
All right, now we need to turn that down in volume, otherwise it's just going to obliterate what we're trying to achieve.
5 WPHX.
There we go, WPHX.
WPHX.
That's cool, I like that. All right, what we got here now?
For sure.
Oh.
You're in the mix with Jingles from Music Radio
This is one for Michael Suhovsky. Thank you, as always, Michael, for supporting us on this stream. Really love the stuff that you do and that you support us by essentially creating a jingle about MRC. Let's bring that in.
You're in the mix with Jingles from Music Radio Creative.
And then we need a breaker to go in right about there from the 80s, and that comes in like this.
Creative.
For sure.
A little bit earlier.
Creative.
For sure.
Oh, Gonzo's got a good question. Do I use a limiter over the output master channel? Yes, on my Adobe Audition presets. Yeah, that's one of the things I do have on the master channel. Obviously, a bit of mastering and other stuff going on in there as well. But limiter, yeah, super important. Not aggressive. We're not doing any input boosting or anything like that. I'm just making sure that there's no rogue peaks. There shouldn't be because everything is nicely set all along the way. But yeah, you can never be too safe with those kind of things. So let's play some more.
You're in the mix with Jingles from Music Radio Creative.
For sure.
That's a nice shout out from Iz there. Right, let's go ahead and bring more of this stuff. Oh my goodness, it's just like there's so much good stuff going on this week. I cannot keep track of all the good jingles that we're working on. It's all thanks to you submitting them on the super chat button and in the comments. And we haven't even done the free jingles, the free voiceovers yet. So that's something to look forward to. Right, at the moment I'm just dragging in. Again, realise you can't see the screen. You're kind of looking over my shoulder this week until we get the Wirecast NDI thing fixed, and I can once again share my screen with you. That'd be very nice. Right, let's bring this in.
So, you thought you were the best DJ? Wait until you...
And then this is going to come in here.
So,
and let's pull that down there.
So, you thought you were the best DJ? So, you thought you were the best DJ? Wait until you listen to DJ B Ranks.
Okay, and then we're going to need a little whooshy bit here. What have we got here? Let's bring it in around there and play.
Listen to DJ B Ranks.
Okay, that's good. That's such an 80s. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Okay, here we go.
You're listening to All Request Weekend on East Lancs Radio with...
Okay, that's going to be a good one. So again, let's get a little stager in here. It's like a Pac-Man All Request Weekend. Let's bring in a little breaky here. Okay, that's coming in around there.
You're listening to All Request Weekend on East Lancs Radio with Chris Krug.
And that's going up here.
On East Lancs Radio with Chris Krug.
I know Isabella would absolutely kill me if I did that to her voice.
And on East Lancs Radio with Chris Krug.
Maybe.
With Chris Krug.
No, she's gonna absolutely dislike that.
With Chris Krug.
Oh, what we got there? What's this?
Studio at East Lancs.
Oh yes, that's part of the same jingle, isn't it? So let's pop that up here. See if we can get away with this.
Radio with Chris Krug.
Contact the studio on studio at East Lancs.
Nice and crispy. I do like a crispy voiceover. And then we got this one.
You are listening to the X Factor on Safety.
No, that's a retake, of course. Let's pull that in and pull that back. And pop that up there. This is coming up. Yay! Thank you for the tea. Amazing. Teas all around. Teas. Is just having a dressing room moment. That's okay. You carry on while I produce away over here. So we're just zooming in here and playing this. No, actually, I don't want to use that one. This is going to come in. Then we're going to go to stages and we're going to use... That's going to come in like this.
You are listening to the X Factor of Safety.
That's almost perfect. That's going to come in here. And this is going to whoosh out here.
Safety on Safety FM.
And then we'll copy, paste.
On Safety FM. On Safety FM.
Perfect. Okay, we're liking that. That's good. Still more jingles. It's like really feels like we're working on a ton this week.
Yeah,
great.
today's quite a lot in terms of super chat. So
it's good. Yeah.
You found your home for the greatest decade of music, pop in the 80s.
DJ Steppers in the mix.
Okay, quite a few jingles here. So again, we'll be making a little cut here. And And a little cut there. And sorry, camera's on you. Now back to me. Okay.
You found your home.
So this is going to sound...
You found your home for the greatest decade of music. Pop.
And then that's going to come down here, and then we're just going to use a little breaker to make this exciting. That's going to go in there.
Of music. Pop in the 80s. Pop in the 80s.
Okay, next we're going over here.
Robots unallowed. You're listening to netrootsradio.com. We are Resistance Radio. Robots unallowed. You're Robots unallowed. You're listening to netrootsradio.com. You're listening to Netroots Radio. You're listening to netrootsradio.com. We are Resistance Radio.
Okay, and then the we is going to have a little bit of a...
We.
Let's just make that stutter a little better.
We are Resistance Radio.
Nice. That's quite a cool script there to produce. Yeah.
That's quite cool.
Yeah, we're going to use in the mix. We're going to use, again, Waves Ovox. Available now with 10% off it at mrc.fm/waves if you want to create vocal effects like I'm doing right now. mrc.fm/waves. Now let's use something different. That's nice.
DJ Steppers.
No, maybe not. Let's go for a breaker instead. About this.
DJ Steppers.
DJ Steppers.
Listening to radio.
Oh yeah.
You are listening.
That's the take we want. Okay, we'll get this one.
You are listening. You are listening to a radio god. You are listening to a radio god. What? This.
So we need some kind of what? There. So let's do that.
What? This has to.
And then we'll like EQ that up there.
This has to be an error. That host is not a radio. That host is not. That host is not a radio god.
Oh yeah. Let's just move this over.
A radio god. Anyways, this is the rated R. A radio god. Anyways, this is the rated R safety show on Safety FM.
Okay, and that's coming in there with a bit of false reverb on the ending. And down.
FM.
Excellent. That's how we do it. All right, still cracking on here. Look at this session. I think this is going to be another one of those Instagram-worthy Free Jingle Friday sessions this week. Because we've just had an insane amount. In fact, I wonder if we can see how many jingles. Gosh, lots. Yeah, lots and lots I can see here.
36.
36, that's awesome. So
36 jingles in total.
yes, and then so just so you know, the way we're going to do the rest of the show. We're going to produce these, then we're going to read out your free voiceovers, and then we might play around with Ovox and take some phone calls. Does that sound like a good idea?
Sounds like a great idea.
Sounds like a great idea. On our telephone line, which of course again is very 1980s, it will be on the landline. We'll be taking calls. So get ready for that. That's coming up a little bit later on if you can stick with us. So now I'm going to pull this up here. I would really like to speak to more of you. I know a few of you did call in. It was very nice of you, but I know not everyone did, and maybe it would like to be you this week. So that would be amazing. I would really, really like to hear from you, actually. So we'll look forward to that part of the show. Right.
Back-to-back retro songs. The Retro Hour on Crunchy FM.
Okay, so we need something like this. Something like that.
Back-to-back retro songs.
The Retro Hour. I wonder if we can use that Ovox again.
The Retro Hour. The Retro Hour on Crunchy FM.
Cool.
The Retro Hour on Crunchy FM.
Make it a bit tighter.
The Retro Hour on Crunchy FM.
Cool. All right, on with the next.
The Retro.
Quick reminder, if you do like all the sound effects and music beds that Mike is using today, they are on offer right now. Head on over to mrc.fm/retro, brand new library, volume 11. Yes, that's right. Volume 11.
My goodness, it's insane. When are we going to stop producing volumes, Isabella?
We're not. We are on
go
the
forever
roll.
and ever and
Absolutely.
ever. Wow, cool. Right, let's bring in one of these loops. That's cool, like that.
Playing your.
Okay, and we're going to need some more impacts to really make it stand out here. Okay, so we're going to whoosh in on this.
Playing your old time and brand new hit song. It's your playlist
Okay, that's where we need to step up the game. Move it up there.
song. It's your playlist special with DJ Black Shadow.
Let's just bring that out, the mix.
DJ Black Shadow.
Okay, that sounds good. And then we're going over here.
Fan-driven classic radio, The Phoenix.
Okay, that's another jingle there, so we'll bring that down here.
Fan-driven classic radio.
And that's going to come in with an echo, of course.
The Phoenix.
Oh, and I wonder if we can do this.
The Phoenix.
No, that doesn't really work. Let's leave that off. Okay, on to the next jingle.
By the way, we
Yeah.
totally have to go to Energylandia. I know somebody has mentioned it in the comments earlier on, and I'm
Tell
just
me
looking
more.
at the pictures, and I'm like, how on earth has that past my attention? It looks epic, absolutely epic. So yeah,
Does it really? What's it all about, Isabella?
it's like a really huge theme park. It's the largest theme park in Poland.
Wow.
And it looks a little bit like a water park and like kids stuff and like huge roller coasters mixed into one. It's massive.
Wow.
It's actually really, really massive.
So one for the whole family there. That sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, still going on with these jingles here. Let's bring this in here and this in here.
Playing the biggest hits from today and yesterday. It's the Dave Rhodes.
Dave Rhodes, one for you. Dave Rhodes was the happens to own Power Shots, the 3 CD. So maybe you could mix in your own Power Shots with these as well.
Today, it's the Dave Rhodes radio experience.
And that is where this will come to an abrupt end. We'll bring this up here. And we'll do this and this and this. And
On RTI.
that's going to be clean at the end.
On RTI.
Oh, not quite on.
On RTI. On RTI.
Thank you, Bjorn. I see Bjorn is also mentioning the community.
On RTI.
mentioning the community, we also have a site where you can kind of hang out and chat. Recently, I have not gone in there as often as I'd like to, Isabella, but it is a thriving place, and I see people are always posting in there. So please use it as a place to have dialogue, to chat with others who watch the live stream, and just generally hang out and talk audio. We love that. So this is coming down here. That's nice. Okay, another music bed from our library coming in here.
We are now video streaming the Rated R Safety Show. I don't know why.
Then that's going to go up here.
I don't know why our host has a face for radio. Rated R Safety.
And then that's going down there. This is going out, and then I'm putting false reverb on at about that point.
Rated R Safety Show.
And that's there. Let's just chop off a bit at the end. I'm saving my session file.
DJ B playing the best beats over the...
Nice and clean, that one.
DJ B playing the best beats over the seas.
It's quite a nice whoosh.
The 80s Weekend. Sounds like Crunchy FM. The 80s Weekend. Sounds like... The 80s Weekend. Sound...
Like that.
Yeah.
Weekend. Weekend. Sounds like Crunchy FM.
The only thing with that Ovox is it's tempting to overuse it sometimes.
FM.
Crunchy
FM.
There we go. Let's stick with that. Oh, it does not make me feel safe when Adobe Audition hangs a little bit. It always
make
scares
sure
me.
to press the extra save. Just
Save,
in
save,
case.
save, and save again. Definitely posting this on Instagram, on my personal Instagram. So, yes, I'll be doing that as soon as we finish the session and start mixing down. I'm just doing some extra cuts here so I can kind of make it easy to swoosh these in and produce them. And we're going over here.
It's martini time.
That's going up there, and then
Teeny time with the cool tunes of DJ Beat.
nice. Little ender, and we'll move into this one.
JB.
There we go. That's coming in. Let's bring in some stages.
This is the 70s at 7 on East Lancs Radio.
Okay, let's pull that out real quick, so we get like an effect that sounds like this.
It's at 7 on East Lancs Radio.
And then that's coming in down there.
On East Lancs Radio. On East Lancs Radio. On East Lancs Radio.
Oh, Gonzo's got another great question actually in the chat, asking what I mean by false reverb. Do you duplicate the track and do a slight offset? Kinda. Actually, in my Adobe Audition presets that I'm using on both music tracks, there's a little automation line underneath, and it's got some reverb on there. So essentially, if I want to end a music track early, I simply like put a little spike. I would show you like in detail, but no screen share this week. But essentially, I pull a little spike up on that automation line just to say, give me a little bit of reverb just at the end of this track, and then it just pushes in enough reverb to give it that boof, so it sounds like the track's ending, but it's halfway through the track, and that's kind of why I call it false reverb. Thanks for asking.
Probably the best DJ in the world.
Oh,
DJ B.
DJB
DJB.
and DJB. I'm going to do what Isabella doesn't like.
DJ B.
Ah,
DJ B.
Just makes you shiver, I know.
totally.
DJ B.
Let's get ready to rock.
I'm gonna use that
DJB.
because that's part of our library.
DJB.
Let's get ready to rock.
Probably the best DJ in the world.
And actually, it's time to use another one of those samples from our library. Let's go ahead and maybe do it here. See what we got.
Flashing back with Bonnie D'Souza.
Flashing back with Bonnie D'Souza.
Do it like this. Do it right.
Flashing back with Bonnie D'Souza.
Do it.
Okay, let's just make that a little more prominent.
Flashing back with Bonnie D'Souza.
Do it like this. Do it.
Flashing back with Bonnie D'Souza.
Do it like this. Welcome.
Just before I do the next jingle, I do try and glance over at the chat. So it's really nice what you've just written, Daniel Lindsay. Thank you for that. Love that you guys do this live. Hats off to you guys. Can you use two USB like Blue Yeti microphones on Adobe Audition? Having trouble making this work? Yeah, that's a really good question. Actually, not out the box, because with Adobe Audition, you have to select one audio interface or one audio input and then select the inputs from that device. So for instance, if I was using my Soundcraft Signature 12 MTK desk, I can select that as my input and output device, and I can select anything that goes into the Soundcraft device, but that's all. If I had a Soundcraft and a Focusrite 2i2 plugged in, for instance, I can only use one of those at the same time in Audition. Now, a USB microphone like the Yeti will have, essentially, you'll need to use two USB ports, so there'll be two separate audio devices. You cannot select both USBs at the same time. However, there is a workaround for this. There is a way you can make it work. It's a bit of a fiddle around, but it requires extra software, but it works really well. I don't know if you're Mac or PC. If you're PC, I think there's stuff like virtual audio cables. Don't know too much because I'm primarily Mac. On Mac, there's a great piece of software called Loopback from Rogue Amoeba.
It's good.
It's brilliant. Even Isabella uses it, which is fantastic. And I think actually we might have a link to it, mrc.fm/loopback. I've got a feeling that's a link that works.
I will check.
Let's have a look. mrc.fm/loopback. Yeah, it will take you straight there. I don't think that's an affiliate link, but you can either use that link or just go straight to it, whatever you prefer. But mrc.fm/loopback, and it allows you to route any audio device connected to your computer to anything. So you can create like this. Yeah, it's really good. This virtual audio interface, and you can say, okay, channel 1 can be Yeti number 1, and channel 2 can be Yeti number 2. Then you can add that virtual interface to Audition and select both mics. That's how you do it, right, Isabella?
Absolutely, and I love it. Yeah, it's a little bit like it's a minefield in a sense that you really have to know what you are doing.
A minefield or a minefield?
Yeah, minefield. Seriously, what is wrong with me today? It's the 80s. They are hitting me in the head hard today.
Yes.
But yes, it's a little bit kind of like a complex thing because you are kind of like, you go here and then you go there and then it's there and that. It's like Mike made it just so easy. He was like, yeah, you just did this and that. And I was like, hang on a minute.
Sorry. I actually probably need to make a video tutorial on that.
You probably should do it.
I haven't done that. But Gert K is saying virtual audio cable with voice meter for the PC is the PC option out there. So there we go. Right, let's crack on with this.
You should really do a video about it.
I should. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, that's a lot of people ask that actually. So yeah.
Welcome to the big, wide, wonderful world of DJB.
Quite a nice staged jingle there. All right, we've got just 3 or 4 more now.
Radio DJ with the hottest floor burners.
All right,
It's really good. I really like those,
Yeah, all of that vocal effect that you're hearing there. This one.
Radio DJ.
That is Waves Ovox. So,
seriously, it makes it sound like you are singing it.
Well, that's exactly what the plugin does. So yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah,
wow.
definitely go and check it out if you haven't grabbed it already. I know a lot.
How much is the plugin?
I think it's like $70, but if you use our link, you get 10% off. So that takes it down to about $63, which is not too bad, is it?
No, not at all. Hang on. So I'm just going to follow that link now, and I'm going to have a look. It piqued my interest.
Yeah, it's an awesome plugin.
Can you get me that plugin? Can I
really
have it?
like it? Of course. Yeah.
That's cool.
So mrc.fm/waves and search for Waves OVOX, or just search for OVOX, OVOX. And
they actually currently have a sale on. if you spend $50, you get $20 off. If you spend $100, you get $50 off.
So, okay, right. So you definitely want to use that link.
Yeah.
So Waves Audio currently have a sale on all their plugins, right?
Yeah.
So
well,
hang on.
Hang on. Limited time offer. Discount applies to new software only. Waves subscriptions and upgrades excluded. Excluded products. Abbey Road Studio 3.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. So yeah, Waves OVOX, that's new software. So it would apply to that, I believe. So you can actually try it. You can try it yourself.
You can save it. So
add it to the cart.
OVOX vocal resynthesis? Is that the one?
Yeah, that's the one. OVOX vocal resynthesis.
It's on sale. It's 53% off at $69.99 at the moment.
Yeah, that's the current price. I said $70 basically at the current price. But did you say if you pay over $50, you get an extra something
that's
off?
what it says. Yeah.
Hang on, let me just try.
Yeah, it takes additional $20 off, so it goes down to $49.99.
What about the 10% from our Waves link? Can you get that too?
Look.
I think you can. Hang on, this is really interesting. Can you test it, Isabella?
Yeah, I'm looking.
You test it, and I'll do more production.
How do I know if it adds our link thing?
So you need to use the link mrc.fm/waves. No, but when you use that link, it will give you a coupon code. It will flash up with a green coupon code saying, "Just if you didn't work for you,
it does indeed." Hang on, sorry.
So copy that coupon code. That's important, and then go and add OVOX to cart, and then. When you get to the cart...
No, you can't combine it with the current discount.
Okay, so you can't combine it. All right,
but
it's one or the
still,
other.
at $50, that's a steal, I think.
Oh, it's a steal. That's even less. So, yeah, it's like a no-brainer, isn't it? Anyway, let's crack on.
That is a really good price.
Yeah.
Radio DJ.
With the hottest floor burners today.
And then we're going to need a little breaker there. Yeah, but I mean, I'm really surprised at that because they only just released the plugin, and using their current sale, you get it even less, which is great.
Yeah, that's really good value for sure.
Yeah,
and for how well it works, it's like it works every single time, and I think that's
and
awesome.
It sounds good.
Yeah,
it does. It really, really, really does.
Yeah.
All right.
Radio DJ.
Radio DJ.
With the hottest floor burners today.
There we go. And I think we've got just maybe 1 or 2, 3 more jingles.
From the village of Summerdale, this is GN780 Enola, playing the best mix of music.
Oh, we had a little...
Playing the best mix from the 80s, 90s. Best mix of...
Okay, so that's coming out there. That's going in there. Then we're going to go ahead and grab...
From the village of Summerdale, this is GN780 Enola, playing the best...
Okay, that's where we're going to do a little cut in. Let's play this.
Playing the best mix from the 80s, 90s, 0s, 10s, and...
Move that up to there. All right.
Enola, playing the best mix from the 80s, 90s, 0s, 10s, and today.
And then finally a breaker to round it off. That's going in there.
Hey, this is Ziggy Radio.
And finally, over here, I think.
This is the Beaumaris Secondary College.
Let's move that up here. So we've got...
Is the Beaumaris Secondary College podcast.
Let's bring in a stager to round this off.
This is the Beaumaris Secondary College podcast. BSC podcast.
And then we'll put a little bit of chorus on the end.
College podcast. BSC podcast.
And I think that's the last one.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. That's the last one. And there's another college that have got a super chat in for a jingle. We really appreciate it, actually, when educational institutions get involved with the show and get jingles made, because we know how much it helps. And obviously musicradiocreative.com is where you can go to get your jingles on a regular basis. But this is the reason we do this, because there are some organizations that don't have a massive budget, and it just is amazing to be able to help out, like school radio stations, college radio stations, things like that, university radio stations, right, Isabella?
Absolutely. And it's actually such a pleasure to help in those projects, because it is, many of those projects have literally zero budget. So we want to support and help projects like that, because we know that they inspire creativity. They enable young people to go and try radio, try DJing and presenting, and they inspire confidence too. So, it's fantastic to always help with those, right?
Absolutely. Now, Isabella,
take a picture?
I'm going to do a photo for Instagram, and you're going to be in the background there. And I'm going to...
I can't see myself in there. Can I just do this?
I'm going to point to the session. There you go. Perfect. And something like that. And...
Instagram should be...
All right. I think I got something really, really good there. Now I am going to leave you to run solo for about 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And I will be... right back, and we'll do the free stuff in a sec. Is that okay?
Yes, that's okay.
Is that all
I've
good?
just noticed. Yeah, I've just noticed that I think you've mispronounced something for the last jingle. So I wonder whether you.
Oh, hang on! Before I mix it all down, then let's make sure we get that right.
Yes.
So how is it said? And I will recorrect
Right.
that.
So Beaumaris.
Oh, is it Beaumaris?
No. Hang on. It is
Beaumaris.
where did it go?
Beaumaris.
It's,
How do I say it?
It's pronounced Bow like rainbow Maris.
Beaumaris. Beaumaris.
No, Beaumaris.
Beaumaris.
Beaumaris. Yeah.
Beaumaris
Beaumaris.
Secondary College Podcast. Okay, Beaumaris Secondary College Podcast. Hang on. Go on quiet, please. Beaumaris Secondary College Podcast.
No, it's bow, as in bow, rainbow.
Beaumaris Secondary. Okay.
Beaumaris.
Beaumaris. Okay, hang on. Just punching this in. Beaumaris Secondary College Podcast. I think I cracked it there, didn't I?
I think you did, yeah.
Okay, so...
Which just highlights the importance even of if you have tricky words, because it is really tricky for us to try and make everything perfect. But if there are tricky words, just put your notes in the super chat that you submit.
Absolutely. Let's have another
or
listen.
the script, because otherwise we can't really guess. Now, get ready for this. It's Ask Me Anything coming up.
Yes.
With Isabella.
Hang on, I just want to check this came out all right.
Get your script, get your questions coming
ready.
in. The comments
Beaumaris
now.
Secondary College
If you want to
Podcast.
learn anything at all about either Mike or myself or what we do or just anything, this is the time to post now, right?
Absolutely, Isabella, because I'm about to disappear and leave you for about 5 minutes to have fun with your wonderful
to have fun.
audience.
Are you going to disappear to have fun? Did you say?
Yes, I'm going to go and have fun. Absolutely, that's right.
Oh, dear me,
And
dear.
I will be right back. Right, I'm mixing down that session. The session is now mixing down on my computer.
Yeah. Are you making
Pac-Man
another
is here.
tea?
Mario's here. No, I've still got a lovely warm tea. It's still...
Oh, okay. I've already finished mine. There you go.
You're a big tea drinker. Right, over to you, Isabella. Take it away.
All right. So I would love to learn hear your feedback, by the way, on the retro package of sound effects and music we've used today. Honestly, please let me know, since you are the first people that actually listened to it, and I had a really good opportunity to kind of hear through all the different elements as Mike was producing. I would love to know what you think. It's super, super important to us. Obviously, we want to make things better. Do you like the elements? Do you think that there are enough of music beds and loops? Would you prefer to have more loops and beds versus sound effects, or the other way around? Do you value sound effects more over music beds? That's one question. And another thing, do you think the price point is relevant to what else is available? Would you like us to make packages that are bigger or smaller in size? I would love to know. Just let me know, because obviously then we can make it better. for you. So, ask me anything. Yes, please post your questions in the comments right now, and I shall try and go through as many questions as I can. Bjorn says, I should take calls. I would love to, but Mike has all the controls on his computer, so I can't really easily do that. And he doesn't let me touch his computer. He's like, you're going to break this, Isabella. Don't touch this. You've done this wrong. All that stuff. So I stick to my computer, and I'm quite happy with that. First question coming in is from Paul Dixon saying, will both of you be wearing these outfits for the rest of the day? Mike has already hinted. He said, can you just wear this for the rest of the day? It looks really cool. And I was like, maybe minus the wig. So I might continue wearing this without the wig. I don't have to leave the house for the rest of the day, which is great. Our studio is a built-in office, which is very near our house, which means that I don't have to show myself publicly to people, and therefore happily will wear it for the rest of the day. And then, hang on, because I've lost my queue of your questions. Daniel is asking whether we are married. Yes, very happily married since 2009, so that would make it 11 years. So very happily married, and we keep going with the years. Let's have a look what else is coming in here. All right, thank you for your feedback coming in. Christopher says, the price can be off-putting. Smaller, cheaper packages would be good. That's really interesting. I like that. Cafe Solar is saying that he loves the retro package. Love me some beds. Okay. Nick Carter is asking whether I'm keeping the hair. Definitely not. It's itching like hell. My brother says Mike looks like Tommy Chong. Actually, do you know, this is totally unintentional, but he does look like David Icke. Just look on for David Icke in the, was it 90s or 80s? And like he totally by accident got a costume that looks just like what David Icke was wearing on his like TV interview that he was doing. It's so freaky, really, really freaky.
Seriously, hang on. Let me just go onto YouTube and have a look for that.
Find it.
Seriously, who said I look like David Icke?
I did.
Oh, really? Wow. You mean from the 90s? His interview with Terry Wogan.
Yeah, that's the one. Hang on, because I've got you are disturbing now. I'm in the middle of something.
Oh.
All right. You can't just sit here and say, take it on for 5 minutes while I say go, and then just jump in and make me not finish what I started. All right. So hang on. We are having a chat in here. So hang on a minute.
Go ahead.
All right. Because I've asked a really relevant question about our sound effects packages.
But I will say you're right. There's the old video. My gosh.
There you go.
Wow.
Twins.
There you go.
And accidentally, David Icke also lives on the Isle of Wight, by the way.
Okay.
There you go.
Crack on.
There we go. So Mystic Wolf says, nice sound effects package. And what are you going to be doing at South by Southwest? Yes, I am going actually in just a week from now. In fact, next week we're going to be doing the Free Jingle Friday, and straight after that I'm going to be heading off to the airport to get to my flight. I'm really still hoping that nothing is going to get affected by it. I mean, there is so much craziness happening at the moment in the world. I'm sure you are affected too. So I'm hoping my flight will be fine. And then whilst I'm there, please, if you would like to connect with me at South by Southwest, make sure to follow me on Twitter at Isabella Russell. And I will, if there are enough people out there, I know somebody has already reached out saying that they will come and visit. Also, one of our voice artists is going to be coming in, and I could do a little meetup, do like a little, I don't know, like if there is like a nice diner, we could do a nice meal with whoever is going to come along. But one of our voice artists, Greg Jake, lives very nearby. He's going to come and see me. So if you wanted to meet one of our voice artists too, then that's going to be a great opportunity to do. So
very cool.
Yeah. And by the way, DJ Pirang says that to be honest, I look way more awesome than you today. Sorry.
Of course. I was just reading some earlier comments, and it said, again, UK-centric here, two UK TV hosts. But they said, Mike Russell here looks like Pat Sharp and Noel Edmonds had a son.
There you go.
There you go. Again, Noel Edmonds, he did Deal or No Deal here in the UK, didn't he? And obviously back in the 90s, Noel's House Party and stuff like that. He was on the radio. He was on Radio 1, wasn't he, as well? So all of that.
There you go. Cool. The Mystic Wolf says that he will come to Austin to meet me. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Please drop me an email.
Yes, please
just
do.
simply
Yes,
through our
yes.
website, drop me an email if you are heading over to Austin for South by Southwest, or if you want to come and meet me, please let me know, and then I'll organize something and I will let you know what time and where, and all of that. Also, I can see that many of you are commenting with me asking for the feedback about the package size. So you say that smaller packages are better because they are obviously more affordable. Now, when you say smaller packages, so this one is 100 different elements. What would be a reasonable size of a smaller package? Would it be 50 elements? Would it be 25 or a different number? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know. So there you go.
There we go. All right, cool. I guess now, oh yeah, sorry, it just caught my eye again. Gert K says that TwitchCon in Amsterdam was cancelled because of the coronavirus.
A lot of things are
When
being
is
cancelled.
TwitchCon? It's not one that was on my radar, actually. TwitchCon, I didn't know it was in Amsterdam because it's just across the water from us.
I know a lot of events are cancelled. I know that South by Southwest has released thing saying that they are going ahead. It's May, TwitchCon in May.
Oh, okay. Gosh,
Yeah.
so that's cancelled a couple of months to go, yeah? And
Yeah, but I guess they don't want to,
cancelling.
they don't want to go too deep with the costs,
Yeah.
just to find out that things are just.
Well, we
not
know
totally-
what it's like. We've organised events before, and it's not an easy thing to do financially and logistically either. So, yeah, I definitely am really feeling for event organisers all around the world right now.
It's really,
who are
really
impacted.
bad. I mean, it's just terrible. In all honesty, okay, question number 2. So, have you stockpiled anything? Like, have you decided
Oh,
to
no, this
buy
is not
stuff?
Scaremonger TV.
No, it's totally not. But I would love to know what people are doing. Like, have you done anything? Like, have you bought stuff?
Yes, well,
just to
apparently in
kind of,
Australia they got
apart
toilet
from
rolls.
toilet paper.
In the US, they've taken hand sanitizer, and in the UK, we took pot noodle. What does that say about the UK?
No. You did pot noodle. Let's just speak
No,
for Mike Russell.
I read-
Mike Russell stockpiled pot noodle, everybody.
No,
There it
seriously,
is.
I'm
There
not
it
getting
is.
into this scaremongering. I'm not even getting political on this, but all I'll say is I did see a little. I hardly ever watch the news because, in my opinion, it just scares the hell out of you, and life is happier when you don't take in all the news all the time. But I did happen to see an article online in The Sun. It's a big newspaper here in the UK, and they said people are going to the supermarket and they're stockpiling pasta, toilet roll, and pot noodles. And I was like, quick, better get myself some pot noodles before they all go.
Yeah, right. That's exactly how it went. And now we have not living room. We have a room full of pot noodles, everybody. Hey, if you want some pot noodles, come along.
Other heated noodle snacks are available, by the way.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely. And by the way, at times like this, I just love the fact that we live in the world where it is possible to work, to do what you love and do it from home without needing to go out there. I know obviously it's not always possible and it's not possible for everyone, but I just love that fact that, more and more people decide to do it. And
Yeah,
in the days
absolutely.
like that, it's just,
Hopefully that's the way the world will go, and people will be, I hope, happier as a result of being able to work from home and have that work-life balance. Just caught my eye. Daniel says, OMG, I'm eating a pot noodle right now.
There you go.
What
I'm
flavour,
glad
Daniel?
You still got one because Mike Russell bought out the
Yeah. Now, what flavour? Seriously, Daniel, what flavour? Because I have a favourite flavour, and I'm just curious what flavour pot noodle you're eating right now, Daniel. What else have we got? John says everyone's stocking toilet paper in Australia. Right. Haribo and cream eggs. Seriously,
Yeah.
Paul? Really? Okay.
Very, very bad, honestly.
Christopher, oh dear, The Sun, how very sad. Get yourself a decent newspaper. Don't worry, it was just online. I don't tend to purchase newspapers. I'm not aligned in any
But
any
still,
form.
I mean, The Sun, honestly.
It just came up as an article in my Google feed.
Oh, right.
Eileen is here. Hi, Eileen. Nice to see you.
Hey.
I just look at people in a strange way if they don't wash their hands thoroughly. I know it's a little bit. It's like I'm a little bit OCD. Well, no, actually, I'm a lot OCD. And now I just have an excuse to oh yes, get the hand gel out. Nice to meet you, and hand gel, and wow, yeah, that's great. It's
No, actually,
wonderful
I
stuff.
think the official advice is not to do handshakes.
Not to do handshakes.
No,
Oh
it's
my
like-
goodness.
it's
Daniel is eating a beef and tomato pot noodle. That's my favourite flavour.
Oh,
And yes,
there
by
you
the
go.
way, it is vegetarian. Even though it's beef and tomato.
Absolutely
Crazy,
is that,
right?
Beef
But
and
it is,
tomato
yeah.
for a vegetarian.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes, totally synthetic.
That is absolutely awesome. I love that. Well, we've got some bits to record, don't we?
Yeah, we better go on with that. And then it seems like you've got a lot to say in the chat. So maybe you'll be thinking about calling in a moment. We will open the phone lines.
Yeah, I love that. Let's do some recording. We've got more scripts to record. And Gary's asking, is it too late to submit a script? Unfortunately, it is for this week, but don't worry, we will be back with even more power next week. More power. How about
More power. More power.
Come on, can we play that jingle again? You know, the 80s jingle we've got for us. Can
Oh.
we just indulge in one more jingle today before we record?
Yeah, absolutely. Hang on, I'm just saving out our session before because we're going to do a new session in a moment. So I'm just getting that ready on my screen over here. But yes, let's play that really cool 80s style jingle we have produced especially for the show. We'll probably use it in the future as well. And it goes a little bit like this.
Wow, 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 Mike and Dizzy are live right now. Ooh, wow, 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 free Jingle Friday, don't miss it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, oh,
Let's have a jingle session right now. I'm going to play some
okay,
jingles
for the
back to
session.
back.
All right.
We're doing a bit of patch up now on Free Jingle Friday. We're live from the south of England.
live from our studios on the Isle of Wight. Free Jingle Friday.
That is so amazing. Wait, here's another one. Eileen just did a super chat as well. Thank you, Eileen, for the
I
emoji
love the
super chat.
emoji, yeah.
Really loving it. Here we go. How about this one?
MRC Live is where it's at. Mike has so many tricks in his hat.
And
With Isabella at his side, they'll take you on an audio ride. Music, radio, creative.com.
I'm not done yet.
You're
I'm not done.
not done yet. All right.
We're having a
do the
jingle
roll.
session.
All right.
Yes. Do the foot bump. Oh, that's a good idea. Instead of the handshake, it's the foot bump. Yes.
Oh, no, you should do the Japanese way, like bow.
Yes, why not? Actually, what about like in Europe, kisses are acceptable, right? That's
No.
out the
Like
window now.
not now. Like
Not now.
kisses
Not
now.
now. Not
No.
now. My goodness
No.
me.
It's like coronavirus
All right.
is going to shape up how we read.
Stand by because... Are you ready for this? We're doing it live and we do it every Friday at the same time. Do not miss it, all right? It's such a fun show. We love it.
The audio guru is here.
Who's that?
He knows Adobe Audition in and out and is here to help you out. Mike Russell.
Oh, and by the way, in a moment we will open the phone lines. We haven't quite opened them yet.
No, not yet. But we've got to record the jingles first. Go on.
Hang on, but just so you can like write it down on a piece of note paper or a stick-it note or whatever. The number is coming up, and you can just make a note. We're not opening the phone lines yet, but it will be soon.
415-800.
Not yet. Not yet.
1055.
But when they are open, please do call. +1 if you're outside the United States, and you can get through to us here at...
musicradiocreative.com.
Oh, I do love my jingle talking up. I miss those radio days. That's where this is my outlet every week to do that, Isabella.
Nice, I know. And thank you, a fist pump to Paul Dixon for the super chat with the fist bump.
That's awesome. Thank you
go.
so much.
And he even has, the what is it called?
The sweatband, the 80s,
sweatband. There you
80s
go. He
sweatband.
even
Very
has the
appropriate.
sweatband. So
Yeah, very-
how appropriate is that? So.
Right, let's get recording these free jingles because how many have we got?
Right.
A few hundred.
Yeah, let's get through those.
Okay,
Right, starting
so-
with me.
Okay, cool. Starting with yes, you have been selected. So
I have been selected. Usually, like with super chats, because sometimes you select, but most of the time you don't. Like Mike usually is like, I will take that one. I will take that one.
okay, Isabella.
All right, let's do this.
Free
All right.
jingles start now.
www.radioreefmlebanon.com. From the sand dunes of the Sahara to the fresh waters of the Niger Delta, of the Niger. Was it Niger or Niger?
Try Niger as well.
To the fresh waters of the Niger Delta, we cover every blade of grass and fulfill your quest for a real radio station. We are Real 99.1 FM ABBA. Rave on the airwaves.
Greg Branson says it's the Seinfeld of podcasts. You're listening to Tweet Talk with your host, Scott Foster.
Welcome to the Twisted Sisters show, where comedy meets with great tunes. With DJ Jojo and her host, Kara. Let's get this show started right here, right now at Shazam.
Welcome to We Are Calderdale 2020. We're about to restart, so please take your seats. But don't switch off that phone, just pop it on silent and use hashtag WeAreCdale20 on social media. We're live streaming this event on our socials too. Give the cameras a wave and follow Calderdale Council on Facebook or at Calderdale on Twitter.
Will Sinatra takes you back to the music right now. This is DJ Ads, now taking your song requests. You're listening to Martin Turner from Studio CT17, Dover, Kent. Reliving the 80s with Paul Kazam on the 80s chart show.
Oh my word. Google it, people. Google it. Mullets, shoulder pads, Walkmans, and Fraggle Rock. That was the 1980s, and this is the music of the decade. Chris Kelly, taking you back to the 80s on Double T Radio. Here's one for Mr. Clive.
Woo-hoo.
You're listening to the best in the Midwest. iPanda Rock Radio, Indianapolis.
On 92.3 FM, on your smart speaker, online at hcr923fm.com, and on TuneIn app. Halton Community Radio, the small station with the big, big tunes.
From the decade with the best music ever, we're back to the 80s with Mr. P. KVRG Studios, your place for internet radio, voice recording, and mixing and mastering. KVRG Studios, music is our business. You're rocking with one of the youngest. It's DJ Ranji.
It's time for question time right now, here on Off the Tracks. Dougie Stone Radio, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. Just say, Alexa, open internet radio.
Well now, you're listening, Mike St. James, WPHX DB. I want to know, why are you still listening to him?
This is the official number one this month. This is Wave FM. This is Wave FM Dance.
Even the boss has a jingle, Tony A.J. Smith on Old School Nation.
The best mix of music from the 80s, 90s, zeros, 10s and today. It is 10s and today on Ziggy Radio.
Overdrive goes back to the 80s with the super hit on LRL Radio. Taking you through the 1980s with Daryl Owens, Makuki and Walihiana on
I think it's Machuki and Waihenia?
Machuki and Waihenia on
Amkia?
On Amkia Jangwani. Only on Radio Jangwani.
Wow, wonder where that was from.
That's a really good one. I like that. Mr. Clive. Back to the 80s in the mix with Ruth Houseman.
Tobin's Rhythm and Jazz. Tobin's Rhythm and Jazz Sundays, 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on R&B 103.net. Right here on rnb103.net. Tobin's Rhythm and Jazz. You're welcome. Hey, lovely listeners. You are with your favorite DJ, Obiba Nana. Obiba Nana Ajay. Stay tuned for more.
This is your At Work Network on Jukebox 92.7, your workday connection to a better variety of your favorite oldies from 9 to 5 every weekday. We're making your workday better. Join us and make your workday connection. Your At Work Network is here on Jukebox 92.7. The best music of the 2010s and the latest music in 2020. This is Callum Francis on Caltech FM Live. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to feel the power of music from DJ Bright, the teacher of the week. Imminur, and if you could match it with Mana Mana, then I'll love you forever. I think that's a direction, but you got what you needed.
You should say Imminur, Mana Mana.
Imminur, Mana Mana. This is a Sandringham Football Club podcast brought to you by Southern FM. Join your host, Jeffrey Bessicker. Join your host, Jeffrey Bessicker, on the adventures, the tales, and the search for truths as we explore the people, the stories that guide us to the light inside.
Welcome, guys, to the 2020 Refill main event. We will be holding it down in Raleigh, North Carolina. Down in Raleigh, North Carolina on the 31st of July and the 1st of August. There will be lots of music, food, talents, live DJs, and of course, the element of worship. Tag a friend along and see you there. God bless you.
Very nice. Sound Club Web Radio, the best DJs radio in Brazil. Mix section, only for DJs.
Attention, the bass will drop hard. You are so wonderful. Oh, sorry. Thanks.
The Boys Brigade.
The Boys Brigade.
Here, there, and everywhere across OR Tambo District. It's UCR FM 97.0 FM.
Today we have a guest host. Today we have a guest host. It's John. Are you ready for this? Let's go.
Some for me. Welcome to the first Fraserburgh Boys Brigade podcast. Hashtag Children Take Over with Eva Davis on the Cat 107.9 FM. Radio-wise, feel the magic. One for Mr. Clive. The place to be is Radio Winderman. Winderman?
Wimondham.
The fun place to be is Radio Wimondham. And another one for me. Visit the battalion website at Buchan.
There is pronunciation.
Do you want to quickly check that out for me, and I'll return to that.
Okay.
Shet Reuters. Okay. Visit the battalion website at buckham.boys-brigade. Oh, we've lost the last bit there. Okay, got it. Visit the battalion website at Buckham.
No, Buckhan.
Buckhan. Okay. Visit the battalion website at buckhan.boys-brigade.org.uk. You got there.
Yay! Is it my turn now? Did you do the next one?
Yes.
Okay. Find out more about the Duke of Edinburgh Award by going to dofe2020.tk. Sounds of Logical on Kane 103.7 FM.
Great songs and all the best in contemporary Christian music. At the heart of it all, it's SCR.
All right. Oops. The next one is for you and for me, but I will do it like that. Okay. Fresh Asian Radio, now broadcasting worldwide, online. Download our app today. You're listening to Amir Wahid on Fresh A. You're listening to Amir Vahid on Fresh Asian Radio.
Time for weather on Fresh Asian Radio.
Tune in every Saturday morning for the Zambian Music Top 10 Countdown Show, only on Cloud FM 96.7. Cloud FM, playing you the very best of Zambian music. Like our Facebook page, Cloud FM Zambia.
Okay, a few for me in a row here.
I'll do that. I can't
what have
see
we
in the
got?
script.
Cloud FM Zambia. Where did you finish that one?
You've missed my thingy. I can't see anything now.
Okay.
What did you do? Can you just undo this?
Hang on.
Silliness.
Hang on. We are the fastest growing radio station, 104.5 ICR FM. Thank you for tuning into SYM Radio, giving you the latest in top breaking news and the best of the 60s, 70s, 80s and more on @dive.tv/SYM Radio. Alex Foreman on Tempo FM, keeping you on the move with the latest weather and travel. For the best Bollywood, Pakistani and Punjabi music, stay tuned to Fresh Asian Radio. You've been listening to the Magical Mystical Music Show with your host, Uncle Vince, every Friday and Saturday night at 6 p.m. Central Time on Spreaker.com. Old school for life, baby.
It's Sir Fox and DJ Collision, bringing you all the vibes. Happier hours.
What station plays songs like this? It's gotta be Crunchy FM. Hits 24/7. The music never stops. That's music back to back.
Download our iOS and Android app today and stay tuned to Fresh Asian Radio. Wee-hee!
That is indeed it. So I'm going to save those so I can upload them at the end of the show.
Can you please undo whatever you've done? I can't do this. It's like your screen is bigger than mine. You can't do this again. You've literally just broken my view of this. I can't see the spreadsheet properly. You've broken it. But that's fine. We're good. Thank you.
It is, yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah, I just
broken.
can't do this otherwise. Yeah.
Yes. No, I see exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I see.
How do you shrink a cell in Google Sheets? Maybe we can ask the audience.
I have no idea.
How do you shrink a cell when it's gone right off the edge of the screen? Because I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I mean here? It's like...
But anyway, this is not very interesting to those watching the live stream right now. So we'll fix it at some point. But let me save out this big session of free jingles, and we're going to upload all of these at the end of the show. Where can people get their free and super chat jingles from, Isabella?
Simply head on over to... I fixed it. Simply head on over to mrc.fm/FJF. That's where all the scripts will be saved for you to download after the show has ended. So,
cool.
Yeah.
Right, Isabella, I wonder who's going to call in today. We're going to load up the telephone thingy. Oh, it's popped up with a thingy. What's this? A Telephone Pro is a subscription that unlocks 30 simultaneous calls and supports ongoing app development. Oh, I'll have to consider that in the future then. Thank you for giving me that pop-up. It's a reasonable price as well. Telephone Pro. Anyway, for now, we're taking one call at a time, and our phone line is now open. Oh, let's play the big ramp, this one, and we can sing, we can dance along, we can do whatever we want. I can get up in my shell suit, do a little dance, and the number coming up in a second will get you right through to us here at Music Radio Creative. Call in now on this number.
415-800-1055.
Make sure to check with the bill payer before dialing in, and then speak to us here at
musicradiocreative.com.
So that's a US number, by the way. So if you're based outside the US, just do check how much it will cost you to call from your mobile or from your landline to a US number. It's just a standard US number, San Francisco number, if you'd like to know. +1 415 800 1055. We will take any calls that come in straight to air. So straight on this live stream, you'll be straight on with myself, Mike, and with Isabella over there. We can talk about the 80s. Let's talk about our memories, things we remember from the 80s. Or if you weren't alive during the 80s, let's talk about how cool it would have been to have been alive during the 80s. That kind of thing. 415 800 1055. We'll hang around for the next 10 or 15 minutes. And if no one calls in, then we'll just go early, Isabella. It's as simple as that. Hang on.
Fairness,
Yeah, go on.
Dance FM Live is asking, how are you guys on late today? How come? And it's not like we are late. We just run into late hours.
We just had a large one, It's like we have no set length for this stream. We always start at the same time every Friday. Here's a call. We always start at the same time every Friday, but we never end at the same time. So essentially, we go on for as long as we can. Okay. Hello, you're live on the air on MRC Live. Who's this?
Hello, Mike and Isabella.
Yay!
Michael Suhovsky.
Michael Suhovsky. Hello. How are you
Yes,
doing?
that's me again.
Oh, it's lovely to hear from
Are you
you.
good?
I just want to say I love creating jingles for you guys, so you feel free to use them.
Thank you so
Feel
much.
free to use them in your adverts.
Well, we're big fans of you, Michael, and we really appreciate you calling in as well.
Yes, I appreciate you taking my call. And, Mike, don't lose the mullet. I think you should grow your hair out and grow your own hair out and have a red-haired mullet.
I love it. I might well do that, Michael. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
And Isabella looks great with a blonde streaked
Blonde
perm.
highlights. Yeah, she's looking good. Thanks, Michael.
There you go.
All right, have a great day there. Thank you again.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Thanks a lot. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, that's Michael Suhovsky, who's in the United States, and Michael's one of our super fans. He's like always calling in. We really appreciate you, Michael. Anyone else who wants to call in, there is a free line right now to get through. We might do this in the next 10 or 15 minutes if you're game for it. Let's just see how we go. But yeah, 415-800-1055. That's a US number. So if you're in the UK, you just need to add +1. If you're somewhere else in the world, just +1, and then 415-800-1055. Or +1 if you're on a mobile. If you're on a landline, it's usually 001 415-800-1055. Let's just remind ourselves of that number.
415-800-1055.
Oh, and here we go. Who is this right now? Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, Mike. This is the Mystic Wolf, and this is just a quickie. I'd like Isabel to talk a little bit more about South by Southwest.
Oh.
I'll be coming up to Austin to see her.
Oh, how
Awesome.
awesome. That's really cool.
Go on,
Thank
Iz.
you. No, that's brilliant. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to be there representing Music Radio Creative as a mentor, industry mentor, and my session is on a Saturday. Is the Saturday the 22nd? No, 21st of March.
Okay.
And you, I think you need to. If you are you planning on attending the South by Southwest?
Mr. Wolf has just dropped off.
Oh, okay.
I think he disconnected, but yeah, go
okay.
ahead. Yeah.
So if you are planning on attending, then you can book the mentor session with me, but you've got to reserve your spot. So it's kind of like they limit the number of spots that is reserved for that. But other than that, I'm just going out to hang out and to meet lots of people and to have lots of fun. And just
In Austin, Texas.
Austin, yeah. So if you have any recommendations of places to go and see and do, I'm all ears. The South by Southwest is super overwhelming. I've never been before, so like this is my first time there. But I just totally feel like the event is just so massive. Yeah, it's huge.
Oh,
Okay.
here's another phone call.
Go.
Let's go ahead. Hello, MRC Live. You're live on the air with Mike and Isabella. Who's this?
Hey, Mike and Isabella. This is Cafe Sola,
Hey, Cafe Solar. How you doing?
otherwise known as Christopher Hogan, but I'm doing great. Beautiful
Awesome.
day here in Houston, Texas. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're doing really good. Oh, you're in Houston, so you're not too far from Austin then.
No, I'm trying to get up there for the South by Southwest. I'm glad they haven't canceled that.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant. Well, let me know if you do. It'll be great to meet up. As I
So
say,
I just wanted to thank you guys. I've learned so much from your YouTube channel, particularly in terms of my work with Audition, which helps me at work and just helps me just play and have lots of fun. I appreciate all your presets and
that's cool.
the royalty-free music and all that kind of stuff.
Thank you so much, Christopher. That's really nice.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Good to chat with you.
We appreciate the
Yay,
call.
Likewise with you. And let me know if you're
All right,
at
talk to you
South by
soon.
Southwest. Let's meet.
There you go. That's Christopher. Yeah, he's dropped off. So
Yay.
please do give us a call if you want to have a chat. We're going to leave the lines open for another sort of 5 or so minutes. And it'd be lovely to chat to anyone who is watching now, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, wherever, Twitch. We would love to hear from you on this number.
415-800-1055.
That'll get you through to us here at...
musicradiocreative.com.
Where am I going to put my massive Pac-Man, Isabella? It's going to go up maybe on a shelf up there somewhere.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea. I was going to just... Oh, go on.
Do you want to take this call? Go on. You oh, hang on. No, no. I thought it was someone hanging up, but it's not. It's you say you take it. So you say
I can't
no. Go on. Say MRC Live. You're on the air now.
Hello. Who have we got on the air? Oh, hello. Oh. Hello.
No, they're not there. Let's take that one. Take this one.
Hello. Who have we got on the air?
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear us?
Hey, who's that?
Hey, this is Uncle Vince. How you doing?
Hey, Uncle Vince. I'm doing really well. How are you?
Oh, fine. I want to congratulate you all for a nice job.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for taking the time to call in, because I know it takes quite a lot to actually call in to a live show, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And speak.
Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh, but I want to tell you, it's not 6 p.m. It's 9 p.m. on my promo.
Oh, 9 p.m. Oh, my goodness.
Yes. Yes, you're going to have people there 3 hours early.
Let's make sure to make an update for that, Isabella. We'll sort that out.
Yeah.
Uncle Vince, how long have you been watching for, by the way?
Oh, my gosh. I've been watching you all. It's been over a year.
Wow. That's amazing. So you're technically a veteran.
I enjoy it. You all a while. I enjoy it. And my brother said you look like Tommy Chong from a distance.
I love that.
That's so funny.
Well, Uncle Vince, thank you. And we'll make sure we send you an update and have a good day.
All right, you too now.
All right, see you later. Let's go. Let's take this one. Hello, you're on MRC right now.
G'day, Mike. How you going?
I'm good. Are those the dulcet tones of David?
Yes, it is.
Yes, you see. I remember those tones. Mr.
Yes,
Shortcuts
very
in
good.
Adobe Audition. How you getting on? You doing good?
Not too bad. Surviving the stupid toilet paper rampage.
Yay! Have you got enough?
How stupid is that?
Are you based in Adelaide, David?
Yes, I am, yeah.
I thought you were, yeah. And what's it looking like in Adelaide? As crazy as the rest of the world?
It's quite fine here at the moment.
Gosh. Have you gone out and purchased anything extra at all?
No
just the
need
toilet
to.
paper.
Keeping calm and carrying on.
Just a crazy rush. It's a monkey see, monkey do thing.
Yeah.
Oh, David. Well, really appreciate your call. Did you have anything else you wanted to say at this stage?
No, I don't really. Be nice to hear myself on the stream later on that I can let my girls listen to. I felt like hearing my name on the radio.
What are their names? Let's give them
live
shouts.
stream, whatever.
What are your girls' names?
Caitlin and Hannah.
Caitlin and Hannah, hello. Thank you for tuning into the stream. Go on, Izzy, say hi to Caitlin and Hannah.
Hello. By the way, I don't think callers
I
can
won't hear it right now because it is 10:50. Not 10:50. What's the real time here? 2:20 a.m.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
That's early. Yeah. That
All
is
right.
super crazy.
Well, David, thanks so much for calling. Have a good one.
Yes. Hi to Izzy as well. There you go.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye. Yeah, I don't think callers can hear you. That's interesting. We didn't notice that.
Devastated.
Oh, I wonder how that's working with the inputs and outputs then. I will check that out. We've still got we're going to be on for about 3 or 4 minutes. So I'll go into my settings over here. Yeah, 3 more minutes, then we need to definitely get out of here. I'm just really curious if I can change the sound settings. Okay, sound input. Let's try this. If somebody else could call in, and somebody is. Right, I've just changed that. So let's see if this updates. You take this call and see if it works.
All right. Hello. It's MRC Live. Who have we got there?
Hello, it's Bjorn again.
It works!
Hey, it works! Hello, Bjorn. How are you?
I changed the setting.
Good, how are you?
We are great. Super, super good. Thank you. And thank you so much for your wonderful help today.
Bjorn is amazing. He's been posting. You might have seen Bjorn with a spanner by his name. He's been posting the numbers, the links, everything you've seen during the stream. Amazing.
So very important
That's
question,
me.
Bjorn. Have you got enough toilet paper?
Yes, at the moment. But every shop is out of toilet paper. Every shop.
How crazy. There you go. Yeah. No, well, let's hope that changes soon. And we do hope sincerely you don't run out.
Yes. And anything else to say, Bjorn, at this stage?
Loving the show. Thanks for everything. Again, week after week.
Thank you.
And yeah, have a good weekend.
You too, Bjorn.
Thank you so much, Bjorn. You too.
All the best. See you later.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye.
Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, I think that'll pretty much wrap it. Unless one more person wants to call. Maybe we'll just have one more.
415-800.
That's the number.
1055.
Speak to Mike and Izzy, get through, get on the air. We're going to take one more call. It could be you.
MusicRadioCreative.com.
Or have we saturated the phone lines? Have we taken
we
far too many calls?
Well, listen, I am very excited. Today was a really lovely live stream. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't already, head on over to mrc.fm/retro. You can get the latest production library there. Thank you so much for your feedback. And what I will say is I will make sure I will introduce smaller packages that are priced at lower price points, obviously equivalent to how many less elements there will be.
Yeah.
And I will make sure they will be available. If you would like to see them, simply head on over to mrc.fm/SFX. As soon as I put them in there, I will be working on it next week. So I will try to introduce smaller packages, to help you guys out.
And you know what that sound means, Isabella? You know?
It means it's the end.
The end
and
of the show.
We make jingles like this, by the way. We've played so many jingles. This is what we do. This is what we are here for. If you would like a jingle made, head on over to musicradiocreative.com even. That's what we do. Voiceovers, jingles, the whole lot. It's what we do. So,
definitely. So, go and check out musicradiocreative.com over the weekend. Drop us a like, a subscribe, a thumbs up, a share, or whatever you want. And we just appreciate you being there. It's like so fun to do this stream every week. So we'll be back again next week, just before Isabella heads off to Austin, Texas for South by Southwest. Fingers crossed everything's going to be okay, of course. And thanks for tuning in. It's been a good one. All 80s. Alison Moyer featured in the show thanks to Licked. Go and get your free track now at mrc.fm/Licked. And we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.